Niner! Niner! Niners! Well, they snuck up and got it, didn't they? See, you can tell a team, because they was beaten for four quarters, just like us. We had them beat up until the fourth quarter, and then they came back and just get past you in the closing minutes. So, it was their year. I ain't congratulating the Rams, though. Can't do it. Nah, congratulations, Rams, but you still suck. And for our purposes, building for a red and gold future. And as I say, just like that, with the Super Bowl 56 completed with the newly crowned champion, the Niners work to bolster the roster to compete for Super Bowl LVII is underway. So this year, we will be a challenge on a number of fronts, though. You probably already know about. The Niners have limited funding for free agents in a draft that currently won't start until round 2. It's going to take some serious creativity to build back better. So tonight, taking your phone call for thoughts on Super Bowl 56. As you see the chat during I hit your face. This is fixed. They're going right by the script. There were times, I have to admit, I really hate to believe that. There were times it did look like something had been rehearsed, especially when the refs went buck wild in the final minutes. But, you can't get players. They're not actors. That's why I would say, I don't know. You can't really say it was fixed. I mean, the Bengals were holding at the end. So, Anyway. Also, we'll take a brief look at the current free agent situation with the Niners. We'll be contemplating on the days ahead. So, But, fam, I got to tell you, I really have got much to say about the Super Bowl. I really do not feel without Trent Williams we had a shot against the Bengals, even if we got past the Rams. And there was a couple of opportunities we could have gotten past the Rams, too. We could have actually won that game. There was a couple of times we definitely could have won that game. But then what, against the Bengals, that defensive front of theirs is better than people gave them credit for. And with no Williams, they did well with the run against the Rams as well. No Williams, that means we're going to run. I don't want to, like somebody said a couple of weeks ago, I don't want to go there and get beat. So, we're not ready to go, don't go. But anyway, the Niners may not be heavy players in the free agency market for this particular year or 2022, but there are some pending NFC agents that might work for the Niners or AFC, but I think most of them in the NFC that I'm seeing here currently, according to Over the Cap, the Niners are projected to be only a shade above the estimated $208.2 million salary cap for 2022, roughly $4.48 million, according to OTC's latest estimation. A notable move into the red zone, red. I'm so used to talking. A notable move into the red instead of the black for the previous reported $5 million under the cap. Incentives, bonuses, and seven players making the 2022 Pro Bowl. That was pretty much what increased the financial obligations for the season for the Rams. Now I can't. I see you. I'm seeing red, blue. I got to get him out of my mind. I'm pissed, but I'm trying not to be. Thus reducing whatever carryover the Niners would have had entering into next year. It's a disease. I'll get over it. The Niners expect to clear $25 million when they trade Jimmy in the offseason. That's projected. And while about $10 million of that will be saved for the 2022 NFL draft class and subsequent in-season free agent deals, John Lynch would probably anticipate having a remaining $15 million to shop free agency this offseason. That's not a lot of money, is it? But the Niners aren't likely to be big-time spenders. However, they may be interested in combing through the list of pending free agents, particularly some that are going to help immediately for some of the people we already know are possibly taken off, to see if there's any upgrades and reinforcements they could add to the roster right now. A few players. I'll just list a few, and you may have your own list. And I know Big Show's got. It's too early to talk about drafts. So, cornerback DJ Reid, all right? Because the Seahawks, I don't know if they can play him. He should be, or would they pay him, right? So he should be in the mix. The Niners are poised to lose a considerable number of cornerbacks from that room this offseason, as you already know. And it might stand for upgrades anyway, you know? Because having Dante Johnson run out there, although Dante didn't look like that, he didn't embarrass himself last year, not really. But you don't want Dante Johnson to have to play if you can't find anything better, right? And Dante Johnson's an auxiliary guy. He'll come in and he can help you out both the safety and corner. But you don't want to have to use him if you can find a real stud. So one of the players you want to, you know, because, and K'Wan Williams, and coming up on his 31st birthday, by the start of the 2022 season, and he saw a pretty a notable decrease in play as the season wore on. You can't blame him. He used to do a really good job against Cooper Kupp, but he did fall off, and then Cooper Kupp did a good job on everybody this year, so you can't get mad at him about that. But in the interest of getting both younger and potentially cheaper, the Niners might consider welcoming back one of their former NFL draft picks back from Seattle, and that is nickel corner DJ Reid, who was waived by the Niners with an injury designation back in 2020. And you know what? He was supposed to go get past waivers and come on back to San Francisco. The Hawks swooped in and got him. The man had a torn pec. Why would you do that? And the 49ers, why did you just put him in the IR to begin with? And since then, though, Reid has emerged as a pretty quality member of that Hawks secondary, starting 22 games in his last 2 years with the Hawks, 4 INTs, having allowed a passer rating of 67.8 in 2021. It's not bad. And having just around, he's just 25 years old. Reid's only entering his prime. When we got it, we knew he was going to be okay. Get him back. Get him back. And then there's Zach Ertz. He's no longer the player he used to be, but when mentioned among the NFL's best tight ends, so he's not there now, but Ertz is pretty much at his day. And the 49ers already have a Pro Bowl tight end in George Kittle anyway, right? I know, but still, there might be something to be said about the Niners picking up a vet tight end like Ertz, who filled in pretty well for the Cards. After being acquired last year in the wake of the Cards tight end Max Williams' season-ending ACL tear, ironically against us, huh? Over 11 games with AZ, Ertz managed a quality 56 receptions for 534 yards and 3 TDs, showing that even at 32 years of age, he still has what it takes to be a legitimate threat. And the Cardinals are likely to focus their efforts on bringing Williams, another pending free agent, back to the fray this offseason, right? So Williams is younger and was responsible for plenty of elements in Kingsbury's offense. That likely will make Ertz expendable again, right? I know we don't be picking up nobody else's trash, but you know what? He might be looking for his last big NFL payout this season, so he may not be going nuts. And the thought of playing for Kyle Shanahan, offensively, he might think that's, yeah. So it could be enticing. We'll see. Besides, even with Kittle in the fold, Shanahan has long sought after a quality number 2 tight end on the roster. Remember the addition of Jordan Reed that had everybody's mouth read. Oh, Jordan Reed and George Kittle, because George Kittle, like that year, George is not going to give you 17 weeks of football. He's just not. Whatever he gives you is going to be hardcore, but he's not going to be out there from the beginning of the season. That's just never going to happen. I just made up my mind. That's just not. But you know, he doesn't take himself all the way out, but he's liable to get hurt. So maybe Ertz is the next option. GK, like most of our starters, as I mentioned, he won't finish a full schedule. And then there's quarterback Darius Williams. It would be great if the Niners could afford a big-ticket free agent pass rusher like Chandler Jones or the Rams' Von Miller, but both aren't going to come cheap. So that's out. And the Niners' own financial limitations probably prevent them from even sniffing either of those guys. I mean, it ain't going to happen. It's not. There's another Rams player, however, the Niners might be interested in targeting, though, particularly if they're unable to land DJ Reid. Nickel corner Darius Williams, as we just got through watching. Williams, a former undrafted free agent, has made a quality name for himself, even though he's completely overshadowed by Jalen Ramsey. Make no mistake, he did a good job today. During the course of the 2021 regular season, Williams managed a career-high 71 tackles and 9 passes broken up, all the while posting a modestly respectable 95.8 passer rating allowed. Now, this could probably be the contingent play for the Niners if K'Wan Williams takes off in free agency and the team isn't able to sign Reid. You got to go down through his options. We need secondary. I just got to crying for a game. You know what? Why is it every time we've lost in the fourth quarter, we got beat deep? That's all it ever is. We get beat deep. Every game, Super Bowl, just this last week against the Rams. always deep. Against the Green Bay Packers in the first game of the season, got beat deep. If anything, the Niners wouldn't be losing out on quality starter within their secondary or safety Quandre Diggs. I mean, the Hawks, because I kind of feel there's a fire sale going on over there. He's probably too expensive, though, but whoa, it would make so much sense if the Niners' finances could work out for this. The Niners could potentially lose veteran strong safety Klosky T to the free agent market this offseason. And despite T, QT Noli making San Francisco defense better when he's been on the field, his injury history could be something 49ers look at. He missed a few games this year. All of our better players on this team miss time. That's all there is to it, right? I got a feeling we bring these guys in here from other places, they're probably going to. There's some kind of disease going on in that locker room. But 49ers be wise to at least explore that replacement option. Two-time Pro Bowler. Quandre Diggs, he's surely not going to come cheap, but although him suffering a leg fracture late in the season could potentially drop his asking price down a little bit more in the Niners' comfort range. Maybe. Or maybe the Hawks aren't stupid. They try to get him back. But Diggs has played more of a single high safety while working with Jamal Adams down in the box. However, the Niners have made these two safeties much more interchangeable in recent years. First under now Jets head coach Robert Saleh, and even, again, with DeMeco Ryans, they're still doing that. If the 49ers were able to acquire Diggs somehow, they'd be getting a ball-hawking playmaker who's had 10 combined interceptions the last 2 years. Oh! Can you imagine? Stafford. Klosky's got a beat on it. He's got a beat on it. Oh! Diggs wouldn't have missed that. Game over. For Niners defense to struggle in that department last season, it'd be a notable boost. So, I love Klosky, though. He's done a lot of great things for us besides that play. So, and lastly, offensive guard Austin Corbett, because anything you want from the Rams, you could probably get damn near. Because if anybody has any money in there, they're not going to get it. Reinforce that old line, and this is the smartest move. When only limited options are available, that's what you do. Just make your trenches stronger, and hopefully everything else will fall into place. Niners have to worry about the offensive line this all season anyway, particularly with Laken Thompson. He's pending free agent and likely to command a huge amount of money. I like playing here and all, and I love playing next to Trent. But I ain't going to be playing for no chump change. Y'all got to pay me because I did a good job last year. And here's something else, I never get hurt. All the 49ers say is, yeah, that's true. So if any money's going to be spent, it's probably going to be on Laken now. But just in case, the 49ers might also want to explore upgrades over right guard Daniel Brunskill and 2021 second-round draft pick Aaron Banks. Aaron Banks! What happened? Aaron only saw 5 offensive snaps that season, fam. That's it. Sit down. Either way, making a move for Rams right guard Austin Corbett would be a wise move. Los Angeles operates a similar offensive blocking system as that of Kyle Shanahan, albeit with some modest changes. Yet the outside zone blocking scheme is one of which Corbett has performed well since joining L.A. in the middle of the 2019 season. And he's only 26 years old. Corbett is only hitting his prime and has remained almost entirely injury-free during his Rams tenure. Those guys are hard to come by, and the Rams be damn fools not to let him go. But in case they do, offer him more if it's possible. A very Thompson-like performance, not overly flashy, but certainly effective and always present. Even if the Niners are able to retain Tomlinson on the left side, though, looking at someone like Corbett to upgrade the right would be a wise move, because I got a feeling Aaron Banks took all year and he still don't get it. If he comes out next year and he still don't get it, what do you do, fam? That's B-U-S-T written all over it. It's not supposed to take 2 years to actually just learn this system. You should be out there learning it actually while you're on the field. If you're so bad you can't even get on the field, it has to be really serious. Oh, why do we always have to have these kind of issues? I just wish we could just run smoothly. Guerrero! McVay should thank Kyle for teaching him. Well, did you read the chat? Some people think McVay's better than Kyle anyway. Maybe Kyle can learn from him. Guerrero goes on to say, I just can't believe this crap. And Kyle lost twice. The Super Bowl. Barack 09, I'm done, Ronbo. We dump a player that sweeps LA for an unproven rookie. I'm done. I'm rubbing one out and going to bed. Oh, God. Man. J. Anthony, thank for all you do. Get them likes up for Ronbo. Thanks, J. Anthony. Appreciate that, fam. Let's go to the phone. Put out my ears and talk some 49 football. Hey, Nigel.
Hey, Ronbo. Hey, what's going on, man?
Oh, Nigel, we have to sit here and watch the Rams pick up a Lombardi before we do. What was anything you want to say about that game? Anything stands out in your mind that you want to talk about?
Yeah, about that bogus-ass fucking PI call at the freaking in the end zone. I mean, come on, man.
Well, I mean, 3 times?
Refs calling that
three
stupid
times
call. Like, what is that?
That's 12 chances to get that ball in the to get in the end zone. That is BS.
Well, you know what people are gonna say, Ronbo, is like, oh the Bengals still had a chance at the end of the game, but you know what? It screwed them out of was timeouts too.
Yeah.
So even though they didn't make it and they didn't really need that, it dwindled the time down, took some of their timeouts away. But it is what it is. Who cares about those freaking idiots, man?
Yeah.
It just sucks, though. It sucks, you know. It does. But what can you say? They did play hard. I mean, I'll give it to the Rams.
They brought the house in the fourth quarter. I give them credit. They wanted that badly.
They did. Their defensive line came through for them big time. And that was just the name of the game. They lost in the same fashion that we did, really. Mm-hmm. I mean, not exactly the same way, but
almost
pretty much the same way.
Script. Remember the last throw he made, just throwing it up, trying to hope it hit somebody, and it didn't.
He actually almost made that pass, though. That was crazy.
Well, true, but I mean, still getting swung around and
he got slung around, and then he kind of let go of that ball. That was weird. Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, what? You know, I'm one of these people, I don't believe that everything's rigged and stuff, but then you see stuff like that, and it does make you think. I mean, a little bit, but I choose not to believe anything's rigged because at that point, I wouldn't even want to watch anymore. What's the point, you know?
I know. That's why I never want to find out that's the case. Yeah, but the thing is, players aren't that good of actors. I don't think that they could go out there and act in a way that would convince anybody that they weren't being. I mean, that didn't look script. It didn't look like anybody was acting. The refs, of course, were keeping bird dogging, but you know, they could have let them play that game. They could have let it go.
Yeah, like you got to let that play out, man. That was real. There was a lot of plays that went on throughout the game like that, and to call it at such a crucial moment it's pretty messed up.
Remember actually. Us in Super Bowl? I remember Harbaugh's last Super Bowl. Remember us? That was the play they should have called. They let that go.
Oh my God!
Yeah, you know. So you know, I really, yeah.
I mean, Crabtree was getting mugged. You know what I'm saying? But
they didn't call it.
No, we didn't get the call. It's just, oh man, I'm trying to think like, when they get these refs, you know what I think they should do with the refs is get like kind of like an all-star crew out there.
Well, that's
that way they can have a mix of people rather than just having teams go out there. I'm not sure exactly how they work or if that's the case or not, but that way they can kind of mix up the crews that go out there to actually officiate the games, because sometimes you can get a crew like what we got during our Super Bowl, our last Super Bowl.
Been a bitch.
And, you know, these guys are the game that we played with the Rams, where we get these guys that are, you know, they call everything for pass interference and stuff like that. But for the Super Bowl specifically, they need to do something about that, because it's just like, man, don't make it, don't make things so egregious, you know. But it is what it is. They you know, congrats to them, I guess. But it's still the Rams suck, you know. Same old sorry Rams. As far as I'm concerned, 49ers all day. I don't even care about them, whatever. But they're old and aging. You know what I'm saying, Ronbo? So this is they're going to have their little moment right now, and we got a bunch of young players. We're set up for the future. We got cap space, so
No, we
I
don't
mean, I'm
have
not
cap
sure
space.
exactly how we
Yeah,
are
we
with
don't
that.
have
But,
cap space.
yeah,
I just got over those
well,
numbers. Jimmy gains us a few more, but we got a lot of people to pay. We got a lot of guys on 1-year contracts, so we don't really have any money until next year. But you can maybe get one free agent, maybe, or two, depending on what quality level you're talking about. You can get two so-so ones for what's left, and one
we
real good one for if you want. It's that choice.
we still got a good team though. We got Trent Williams,
Yeah,
Kittle, Debo, Elijah Mitchell.
yeah,
I
they don't need a
mean, we
lot.
got Bosa on the other side, Warner. I mean, we got all stars on our team too. So,
Yeah,
that's understandable as far as like the cap space goes. But
yeah.
and I'm not so worried about the first round picks, Ronbo, because we do extremely well in the
Later
later
rounds.
rounds of
Yeah,
the draft. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
We
not
just got to get that offensive
terribly worried
line.
about that. But
Yeah. Well, Nigel, we got to go. I'll tell you what. I'll be back tomorrow
okay,
looking for you for Raw. All right.
cool.
All
All
right,
right,
Bill.
thanks for taking my call, man. Y'all have a good
Thanks for
night.
calling.
Thanks. Yep, bye.
All right. Night.
Uh.
And Mark Lamar says free agent running back Connor. I'm sorry. Free agent running back Connor from AZ. Really? Mark lives in AZ, so he knows about what's going on with it. I didn't even know he was a free agent. Ooh, he's that north-south beach-up kind of guy. That's a tough guy. But I still wonder, we'll see Jeffrey Wilson Jr. He's a tough guy, too. And let's bring him in here. Are you ready, Rod?
Bring me in, baby.
And come on in here, man. I want your feeling on that Super Bowl. People's yelling fake. I mean, you know what? What do you think, Rod? And also, if you got any ideas about free agents that you've seen around the league that you know would fit well with us, what are you thinking?
You know what, man? More than anything, just want to get us another cornerback.
Me too.
I'm with everybody else. I would love Stefan Gilmore, but I think J.C. Jackson might be the one, man.
Yeah, does it look like Gilmore's falling off to you a little bit, Rod? I looked at him this year and said, Stefan don't look like Stefan no more. But maybe
I
he can
mean,
snap
even
out.
if he did, that's not a position that you want to even flirt with like that. And to be honest, as good as a job as he did, K1 Williams, he fell off a little bit this year, man.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, he's pretty much at the end of his 20s as well. Am I right?
I think K1's crossed it over to 30. Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, we need to go young.
Yeah.
And every position we bring in, we need to go young. Unless, of course, it's an offensive lineman who can be a starter.
He's got to be.
I don't want no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want no old vets who not starting potential.
Agreed.
We need to try to keep this thing fresh, man, and going forward, people they've seen what this 49er team is about. So, the fact that Trey Lance could be the starter this year coming up is a sign that this team might be going a little bit more power running than just the next run game. So, that's why I see, you think about when Kyle first got to the 49ers, he was more content with getting those offensive linemen with, no more than maybe like 305 pounds, maybe 310, but not real big ones. But then he goes after the
Aaron
rookie
Banks.
that didn't play this year. So.
But Aaron
they
can
say
move, though.
he's
I think that he got him because Aaron's big, but he can move. But apparently his learning curve is a little steeper than people even knew. What's wrong with him?
Yeah. Hey, I don't know, man. I mean, Shanahan, he has his own agenda with these guys. So,
Yeah.
I've gone to learn that, just because traditionally people do things a certain way in their organizations doesn't mean he's going to change from his mindset.
Yeah.
He said that from the draft that Jimmy was going to be the starter. Hey, can't nobody be mad at him for it because he told us. And I mean, you know, I'll admit I was one of those people who was, you know, anxious to see what Trey could do, and you know, for whatever reason, Kyle stuck to his guns and said that Jimmy was the guy. Now, you know, bottom line is Jimmy, he did well. He did well. I mean, the thing is we 49er fans, that the ones that are true diehard fans are having high expectations because of the Steve Young and Joe Montana eras, and you know, just like, you know, we can't expect LeBron to be Mike, can't expect Jimmy to be Montana. So
well, you know what? You the wrong example. You said LeBron. LeBron believes he's better than all of them, and you know what? I can take you to a couple of sites right now, Rod. We will argue all night with people that swear LeBron James is the king and Michael Jordan is overrated and Kobe shouldn't even be in the conversation. I see you people lost your damn mind. Woo! God.
Right. So, you know, as far as the free agency goes, let's go ahead and get those skill positions out the way, man.
Yeah.
You know, let's get that cornerback, you know.
It'll make a big difference, too,
because
you already have the front line defense. Yeah, I like that idea.
Exactly. And, I mean, to be honest, other than that, we need to definitely, if we don't get my boy Arden Key re-signed, which I hope we do, we need to think about that other side of Nick, man.
Damn. I agree. We're gonna be worried to death here in the next few weeks. You know, Arden Key needs to stay. But you know what? I like Jordan Willis too. I don't know, all these one-year contracts, Rod, to go bite us in the ass this year. Woo!
Well, I actually like our ability to re-sign a Jordan Willis because he only got like a 1 year, and it wasn't a huge contract for the 1 year. So
Arden Key too.
I mean, at the very least. Yeah.
Bukum got paid, but I'm not sure if he's the best out of all three of the guys we're talking about.
I don't either, man. But all I know is I still think Arden Key can continue to get better up under Chris Kotzer, you know,
dude,
in year
vicious.
2.
I love him. I want him back.
Yeah.
You need to tone it down a little bit so he didn't get flagged. But I'd rather have a dude I had to tone down than one I got to make him get up, you know? So.
Yeah.
All right.
And last thing I'm gonna say for you, man, is we got to get us a center. We got to go ahead and get that thing with Alex Max fixed.
Well, that's true, and he may quit. He may retire anyway. So we got a problem there. All right, we'll see you tomorrow night on Raw. I hope you get back and got some time for us. All right.
Absolutely, man.
Are you ready?
Can I get the proper exit at the door?
And you know this. A nighter! Roll Tide, Rod. Right.
Hey, Empire. Calling Joe Burrow Joe Cool. That's plagiarism.
He was gonna be if he'd have won the game by a whole lot of folks. I wouldn't have said nothing, but I would have taken it. Rod.
All right, later, Ronbo.
Hey, Chris Hegler says, love 49er fans. It's tough seeing a team win who we swept back with a vengeance, fam. You know? And you know, the funny thing about it is, Joe Cool, but they had the cards up. They had Joe Namath, Joe Cool 1, and Joe Montana, of course, Joe Cool 2. And they already had the card already made. Joe Burrow, Joe Cool 3. No, not this year. K-Ron, what's up? Kyle better step his game up now. Boy, Renzo down in, North. Renzo, North Florida. Where you actually get cold weather.
Greetings from North Florida.
You might get it right.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Renzo, we're looking at the Rams.
You got
and
it
getting
right.
mad. Huh?
I'm sitting here just laughing about it, Ronbo. I was wondering when it was going to happen.
You know. And Renzo, if they didn't have to come through us to get it, see, because that could have been us. You know, you know what? I was worried about our Trent Williams, and if we'd have got in there, we'd have got whooped. But you know, maybe in 2 weeks Trent would have felt better. Damn it, it's a high ankle sprain though.
Ronbo,
we just watched the same game twice, Ronbo. When the Bengals took the lead, all of a sudden they couldn't score, and I'm like, the Rams, I wonder when they're going to go to Cooper Kupp. I wonder when the flags going to come. We done had a clean game.
I know.
Next thing you know,
Cooper Kupp time.
there it goes.
Almost
Yep.
on cue.
You've been making Cooper Kupp work all game long, but all of a sudden
He can't be
just
stopped.
gets open like it's nothing. Yep. I'm like, Ronbo. We know what it is, Ronbo. Even the announcers, they not finna spoil their money. I'm not finna tell the truth and risk all this money. No, can't do that.
Renzo, it sounds like you're saying that the mob has left boxing because boxing is going down in popularity and went to football.
Yeah, who really watch boxing? You don't even really hear nothing about that.
And they don't seem to be involved with MMA, so I don't know. You know, they had to go somewhere. Football's the biggest market in the world. Well, European football is big, but NFL football?
We watched it, they picked the league, and all of a sudden the game just went dead. I'm like, oh, y'all can't move the ball no more? Y'all been playing good defense on the Rams.
Can't contain Cooper
Kupp
Kupp
no
no
more?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm like, I'm sitting there wondering when it's going to come. And I'm like, I even put in the chat. I'm like, what's the point spread on this?
4.
Oh,
4. See, Vegas made some money. Everybody's happy.
Play about that green. Yeah.
And the Rams need to build a fan base because LA's the largest market in actually the States, right? The world? No, yeah.
Right.
LA is the largest market. It's bigger than New York. New York's got too many teams. So LA's the largest market there is. So you don't want fans to be saying, man, why am I going to pay premium prices to watch the Rams play? See? So now, they got that going. You could have something there.
It was a crowd. Hey, the halftime show, I was like, hey, this is the only thing that ain't
I loved
that's
it.
normal.
I want to watch it again.
Yeah,
oh,
it
I
was
got it.
good.
I can watch it again. I'm going to just fast forward to the halftime show. It was awesome.
But with our team, man, I think it's going to be a lot of pressure on my man Trey next year because, man, we're in our mode.
See, that's what people are confused about.
Ronbo.
There's people already saying, I'll give him a couple of years. No. You can't. He cannot have a couple of years. This team will be getting old in a couple of years. We got it. Next year, we got to contend.
There you go. There you go. That window is really small.
You know, contracts
I'm
will
rooting
expire.
for the young man.
I hope so. He sounds confident. He's already saying things that make you think he knows what he's doing. He'll be okay.
He's supposed to say that.
I know, right? He's not. He can't come up there and say, I'm a little worried, but I'm gonna do the best I can. And if he did that, boy, Trey, you cannot talk like, hey, oh, cut the cameras, Trey. He'll be okay.
I'm excited to see him what he's gonna do next year.
Kyle's got to redesign the offense a little bit, just tweak it a little bit where you can really use his strengths, you know. And I'm not sure what that's going to involve, but it should be interesting.
Yeah, I think the Rams. One of my buddies, he's a Rams fan. He told me we're gonna win next year. I say, nah, man, y'all done got y'all.
That's the way it works. You tell your buddy, that's the way it works. Don't nobody come back to back with no Super Bowl. You were lucky to get there this time.
Even with them big contracts and them free agents, y'all done got y'all now. That's it.
And Aaron Donald's talking about thinking about retiring. He promised his kids. So without Aaron Donald,
even if them high contracts, man, you can't pay all them players like this. This ain't baseball.
Would you pay
Pay all them
OBJ?
people that much money.
Renzo, would you pay OBJ? Expected, but he thinks he should get paid. Because here's the thing about OBJ, he's going to get hurt too. You know, and that's a guarantee. He got hurt today, and I don't know how serious it is, but he does that every year.
This, Ronbo. It depends on what quarterback you got. You pay OBJ.
Stafford
if
got
you
the
ain't
ball
got
to
nobody
him.
that's going to do it. Exactly. You got to have somebody that's an elite quarterback that's going to get in the ball. Other than that, you ain't going to get the money. You ain't going to get the return on your investment. You're not.
Well, they're going to start talks with. I understand they're going to start talks to Matthew Stafford right now to get him all lined up. I don't know where they're going to get the money from, Renzo, because they're already – somebody told me the Rams are like something double digits over the cap now. So this magic they perform every year with players is just beyond my imagination. I don't get it.
Saints, they over the cap. Green Bay over the cap. But hey,
and we're under the cap and we're being frugal and we're following the rules. You know the Dallas Cowboys are over the cap too, right?
I seen the rumor they talking about they might release
Amari Cooper.
Yeah, somebody else. I was like, whoa,
maybe
they that
Dak
bad over
Prescott.
the cap?
Look, you can add it up in your head. Look at all them dudes getting over $100 million. Man, come on.
Yeah,
They can't. They've been over the cap for some time now.
That's why I was telling my partner that calling here, Marion. I said, man, if Aaron Rodgers go back to Green Bay, they did too, because he gonna take up too much money. Him and Devontae Adams. That's gonna kill them.
If they decide to sign Devontae, and here's the best part about it, Renzo. The Rams may decide. I mean, the Green Bay say, "Look, we're not bringing both of you back." I'm gonna tell you right now, Aaron. Well, this conversation's over, guys. Thanks. Aaron's out of here. That's. I can't wait to see. Offseason's gonna be entertainment this year.
If he leaves, they ain't gonna do nothing but they gonna franchise Devontae because he's not gonna want to stay there with a quarterback that's not gonna get in the ball like that.
Love is waiting. Renzo, let's get together again tomorrow night for Raw. We're out of time.
All right, I'll be here.
Looking for you, fam. Have a great night.
All right, man. Yeah, be blessed.
Thanks, man. And Jared Jones says the announcers called the game before it started. The last Super Bowl teams to win the toss loss. See? And somebody else pointed out 7 times. I heard about that, Gia. 7 times. Thanks for that contribution. So now it's 8. So from now on, if the 49ers do get back in there and we win the toss, whoa. Can we do it again? We don't want this toss. Yeah. Bobo, we beat both teams in the regular season too. I know, right? We needed to be healthy to beat them, though. You got to be. But we beat them on a healthy squad. PJ Lalau. Thanks, fam. And PJ, from Bermuda, PJ? Must be. Thanks, PJ. Hey, Tony.
Ronbo.
Tony.
What's happening, brother?
Well, Tony, I'm stuck between. I want to continue to love football, Tony, because the purity of the sport, you can tell there's some tainting going on here. But that the mob could be involved because how did they just fall 1 point short of the spread? Tony, you know about organized crime in America, right? See, the thing is, the referees gave the Rams 12 opportunities to get into that end zone. There was no way they were going to fail. But anyway, Tony, with that being said, let me remove any biases. Tell me what you think about that Super Bowl and our free agency situation coming up. We don't have any money, Tony, but everybody else is over the cap. But us, we're supposed to remain good citizens in the NFL. What are you thinking?
Yeah, well, look, I'm at home now, but while I was in the truck this morning, I was listening to you arguing with people about interceptions, INTs, and Jimmy G this and Jimmy G that, and all this shit. Ladies and gentlemen, the man who threw the most interceptions out of the whole fucking league just won the Super Bowl. So what's that got to do with the price of fish?
You know, every quarterback does that. Aaron Rodgers is the only guy that doesn't throw INTs, but everybody else throws INTs. You're not going to find a quarterback that's not going to throw any INTs. NFL defenses are too good.
Jimmy threw as many as 12, the same amount as Tom Brady did. This guy threw the most out of the whole goddamn league, all right? And he won the Super Bowl. So therefore, you've got to go back to the beginning of the season and work out how and why we weren't in that Super Bowl. And the answer to that is because we were struggling at the beginning of the year with missed tackles and drop balls, which dug us into a hole that we had to get out of. All right? And then it reared its ugly head in the championship game. Kwasky T drops that ball right into his bread basket. You know what I mean?
And there you go. Otherwise,
That's
and they
true.
only beat
Games
the
that are tight.
Bengals by.
Yeah.
They just won that game with a little bit of help of the referees. I'm going to be a bit biased, all right?
Yes. You know,
And when you've got Vegas and money involved, I've said it a million times. You know, think of it what you like. But
things are going to happen.
You know,
They're going to happen.
yeah, that's right. Things are going to happen. You know, you go there and find out who put the biggest amount or who won the biggest amount of money, and it's going to be in the millions on that game, and then you can work it out from there.
Sure. I mean, can you see walking into some sleazy mansion and you see some guy sitting there? Who are you? I want to know who you are. How'd you get in here?
But-
How'd I get in here? I got in here because your guards, I told them what happened and they lost money too. That's made for movie stuff.
But I hope Kyle will be in a corner somewhere now, right? And won't be taking any calls or any tweets or anything from anyone. I'm telling you,
He's
for
not.
a long time.
Sitting in the
Because
dark.
one of his disciples just won a Super Bowl before him.
Oh,
And,
yeah. Oh.
You know, you see Kyle in that game, 4th and 1, 4th and 2. You're supposed to be the guru, the offensive guru. You know, that's how it's done, bro. You know, you do it like they did in the Super Bowl. You take the chance. You know what I mean? And you
There are
could have been
chances-
there.
The chances you have to take. You can't just be conservative all the damn time. There are times you got to try because you got nothing to lose and so much to gain.
And, you know, the average, because of the salary cap and everything else, the average time it takes a team to get back into the Super Bowl, Ronbo, is about, to win another, not get back, but to win another Super Bowl is about 5 years. So
Minimum.
the Rams won't be there for another 5 years. They'll capitulate from here on in.
I mean, look
But
at Patrick
we've got a long
Mahomes.
off season.
He's been back twice. No, he got to the NFC Championship, but AFC Championship. But yeah, the second time he got ran off the field, and then the Bengals ran him off the field 2 weeks ago. It's tough. It's hard.
It is hard. There's a lot more elements to this game than just INTs and all that bullshit. It's a game of chess, and you've got to have all the pieces in the right place, and you've got to think like chess. You've got to be 3 moves ahead of your competitor.
Amen.
But you know, with Kyle, you know, like McVay's probably going, they're having a chat on the sideline. Oh, look, it's 4th and 2, and he's saying to his people, look, don't worry about it, man. It's our ball. Kyle hasn't got the balls to fucking go on 4th and 2. He's going to kick it. He's going to punt it. Right? They know him. They already know him. So he better change his game up next year. Otherwise, he's in deep shit.
Well, you know what?
Real deep.
It's going to be that way, Tony, because Kyle wouldn't let Jimmy do a thing, and he's been with him for 5 years. He's going to be so cautious with Trey. He's going to be like really hard to deal with.
Just quickly, if that story's going to unravel, right? So
Yeah, it
if
is.
Jimmy, when you go for a job interview, they say, "Do you mind if we call your last employers?" No, I don't mind. So if they call Bill Belichick, all right, and they say, "Oh, what can you tell us about Jimmy G?" First of all, Belichick's going to say, "Look, don't worry about Kyle Shanahan. He doesn't play the kid right. Right? He doesn't play him right. Right? They ring up Tom Brady. Brady's going to say, mate, just let him do his thing and he'll get you to a Super Bowl. Right? Don't worry about it. That story's going to unravel. And I hope he goes to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's going to be interesting because the Tampa Bay Bucks have already put it out that they're looking for somebody. Well, Tony, we're having way too much fun. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to be looking for you tomorrow. And you become very religious lately. I'm loving it. You come in and say exactly what's on your mind. It's awesome. All right. I'll look for you tomorrow, okay?
All right, brother. See you. Shout out to everyone.
Thanks,
see you in the next chapter.
I'm looking forward.
Cheers, mate.
All right. Cheers.
Bye.
And I see Jashawn Perry says, what's up? Beat the 49ers, you win the Super Bowl. Congratulations to the refs. Go Niners next. You know what I pray for, fam? Next year, we could go at least 80% of the season not being bothered with the refs. I'm not going to say, because I'm not kind of complaining, the refs do play too big a role. They play way too big a role in these games. Let the players just say, oh my God, it's Josh Chapman. You can read Josh's. Thank you, Josh, for the contribution. You can read. I'm not saying that, Josh. I'm not reading it. I'm not. I was about to go Al Pacino, but not Al Pacino, but what's the other guy's name? I was going to go to that act, but I'm not going to do it. Ow! Papa Dragon! Pop! What? Oh, Josh has more to say.
Ronbo!
Wait, I thought Josh was through. Hold on. I'm sorry, Paul. Hold on a second. No one said anything about Higgins getting away with one for a TD that could have cost us the game. Listen, Josh, listen. Your boy should have been called for pass interference right at that point anyway. You can't lay all over him. But Higgins did the right thing by grabbing him by his face. You know? Thanks for the contribution, Josh. But don't tell me about that. All right. Anyway, hey, Pop, come on in, man.
What's going on, Ronbo?
You tell me.
Football season comes to a close.
Yeah.
Football season comes to a close. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, but forget about it.
It's Pop, we got so much time. We just finished the season today. We've got months and months and months.
Oh, no, we don't. No, it started.
And you know what? It's shorter, though, because it's late, right? You're right. This is February. This is later than usual. March, April is here soon. OTAs. Wait, March, April,
right.
May. OTAs will be here in 3 months. That's only 12 weeks.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
I feel better already. I'm glad we had this talk.
Well, we're going to be talking definitely because there are 31 days Jimmy G's trade clause is null and void. So.
Well, I thought it was already null and void. Oh, that's right. His contract this year's contract has expired. Yeah, I thought it was already expired.
Right. I mean, they'll probably do some negotiating and things like that, but we'll see where his home is going to be within 31 days.
Yeah, you don't want to have him in a position where he can say no. So they have to wait till then. I forgot about that. Jimmy, we're going to send you to Texas. No, you won't. You don't like the Texans? No, I don't even like Texas. I mean, I've never been to the state.
I don't think he's going to Texas. I
was making a joke.
No, they Hassan, dude. No, they want. You know what? With Jimmy G and the porn stars and Deshaun Watson and all his massagers. No,
they don't.
No, ain't doing that.
Because Jimmy takes it to the next level. Sean just goes in to get a massage. Jimmy goes and takes him out on dates.
Oh, and vacations apparently. And vacations.
Jesus, Jimmy, get a better taste. Oh, God. You know, Jimmy just likes fat women. But anyway.
No. He knows what he wants in the bedroom. Yeah. He saw what was on the menu. He saw a preview.
Pop, stop.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna stop. Let's get to business. Well, Ronbo, I don't know how in the hell I thought my impressions of the Super Bowl was a solid meh. It was a meh. I was not impressed with either team. Somebody had to win. It was the Rams. More power. Tip my hat to them. They brought it back to NFC West. NFC West is best. And we'll sweep them again next year. That's just what's going to happen.
Pop, let me ask you, you're the kind of guy that pays attention to these kind of things. What was the viewership like on this game? Did it beat last year?
Ooh, you know what? That's actually a very good question.
Okay, we don't have it now. We'll find out.
No, we'll find out. But I have a feeling, because I thought the commercials weren't as good.
No.
I thought the halftime show was the best thing about the whole night.
Yeah.
I thought the halftime show was the best thing about the whole thing.
May have drew a lot of viewers. But the one commercial was the small miniature players tearing up that house. And grandmama coming through there.
Yeah,
Football is what's going on here.
Right.
That got to me.
It did. I was just shocked, man. I mean, come on, dude. How you gonna show up and get sacked? Like, what do you get sacked? 10, 11, 12 times?
I remember they put the record up at 7. He beat that, I think.
No, he beat that because the last play of the game he got sacked.
Oh yeah, so that's automatically. He automatically got it because when they posted up, it was early.
Between 8 plus. That's what I'm saying. He got sacked 8+ times.
They just don't.
Come on, dude.
They ain't got no offensive line.
How do you get to the Super Bowl?
I mean, right?
Get to the Super Bowl
That's a first, ain't it?
Oh my God!
Got to the Super Bowl with no offensive line help, and they damn near killed him. Broke his leg.
Oh my God! It was terrible. All right, enough about that game. 'Cause that was. I'm sorry. I just wasn't impressed. I think that was a good game. I didn't think so. I'm sorry. I didn't think so. Sorry. I don't care.
It wasn't. You're right.
It was a good game.
I only wanted to see him lose.
I mean,
the game wasn't all that. I just want to see the Rams lose. You're right.
They got the trophy, but they sure don't look like no champions to me. That's all I guess. All right.
Yeah, good.
Moving on.
Probably give me 2 minutes and give me what you think about the free agency situation because we're almost out of time. But you know.
Oh well.
I love everything else.
I don't have the. Honestly, if I'm the 49ers, I'm not hitting up free agency except for Debo and Kittle. I'm going to re-sign both those guys to long-term deals. I'm going to try to re-sign both.
Did you say Kittle?
If I can't. Yeah. Kittle's he's going to hit us for $16.5 million next year against the cap. So you got to re-sign him.
And extend his cap and bring that money down? Okay.
Yeah, you got to bring that money down. You got to restructure him.
Give him a contract for life, I guess.
Yeah, Bosa's going to be tricky because he's going to want $30 million.
And his agent is definitely going to be hardcore. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like, to me, that I think that's the priority. I know that Lakin is going to command around $50 million. You may have to pay him and stretch out a deal. You may have to pay him and stretch out a deal. You may have to. But if you don't, then you need to go get a center. So if the only player I would probably go after would be center. So my overall team needs for this particular team is really offensive line first, because you got to protect the quarterback. He's got to run the ball. Defensive back, I think we can get away with a defensive back. I would go in the draft. I wouldn't sign anybody. The only reason why I wouldn't sign anybody is because, remember, our team held the damn Rams to 20 points. Our offense didn't finish that game.
Yep.
I don't think our defense is something that you sit there and say, "Oh my God!" I don't think you panic there. I do think that you have to pick up a young corner.
I just want that secondary to make that big play at the end of the game. As I mentioned earlier, we lose games in the fourth quarter on the same play.
Yeah.
So
well, it's the same thing. You have a Jurowski Tart. I'm not blaming it on him because I think he's a good player, but he doesn't make big plays. Not when you need him. Like that you can't drop that pass.
No, so important.
Anyway. Yeah, you got to have a big play guy there. So hopefully they can pick up somebody in the draft. Yeah. But you don't want to spend money like that until after June 1st.
And the way they do, they're not going to. We can wish all we want to anyway. No. Fam, well, let me see tomorrow night. Be looking for you first. I'm telling you, because you got to have Papa Jack.
You got it.
That's the bam. And boom. All right, fam. Night.
That's you in production. I'm out.
Thanks, fam. Shabazz.
Ronbo.
Shabazz.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Loud and clear. Shabazz, I know you made some money on this game. You bet against that spread, didn't you? I know you. You're too smart.
Yeah, I bet. But I don't care about the bet or the money, Ronbo. I'm depressed because I feel like a bride on wedding day watching somebody walk down the aisle with my trophy.
I snapped out of it. I was feeling like you. I just realized that's not my team exactly, but I don't want the Rams to win this. I'm feeling it. I just don't feel like being depressed anymore. Sick of that. Too much disappointment this year.
Because this was ours I'm at work right now. This is ours. We're supposed to be winning this and happy and celebrating and enjoying and having festivity and everything. But we beat
both those teams, Shabazz. We beat both of them.
We did.
And we came out to watch.
We did. Yep. So yeah, it's kind of just I'm kind of a little depressed.
I was trying not to think about that, but you're right.
We hooked it up today with the Bucks.
So tell who's going to win the AFC next year. NFC, man, I just don't know. Shabazz?
Well, I'm here, Ronbo. I think we can win. Yeah, I'm at work, but I think we can win it. Don't worry about it, Ronbo. I'm the boss, though. I can't get in trouble.
Tell the people to keep it down then while you're trying to talk. But Shabazz,
yeah.
Next year, the only thing I'm worried about is who's leaving. We don't know who's leaving yet. We don't know who's staying. We do know we got 90 million people with one-year contracts. The question is, who's coming back?
That's a good question, but a lot of people are coming back. I don't think K1 Williams is coming back. Lincoln is in the air. We don't know what we got with Banks. Everybody keep trying to call him a bust. The boy didn't play like not one game.
He played five snaps.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That ain't even a game, Ronbo.
That's not even it.
We might be all right.
Yeah, he may bust out and shock us
he,
next year, and he might finally grasp whatever they're trying to teach him, that he's not demonstrating the fact that he can handle, I guess. I don't know. How do you second round pick, and he couldn't even get on the field?
So I think we're going to be all right.
Yeah, we need to think that way. Otherwise, it's depression,
I'm sorry, my usual, just rambunctious, happy self. I was just calling to tell y'all.
Don't
and I'm going to check back in, but I'm going to soak through this mess that I just watched tonight.
I know, right? The game was sorry, to be sure. And then, if you're like you and me, we're sitting there just putting all our happiness involved in whether or not the Rams can get that butt beat. And then what do they do to us? They take it down the last couple of minutes, and they pull it out.
But we gave Cincinnati a blueprint. They threw a running back touchdown. Mixon was getting 8 on the carry. That dumb coach quit running the God bless him ball.
Mm-hmm.
Run the dang ball, man.
And look how they stopped Aaron Donald. They had him contained all game long.
Man, run the ball, man. I could run the ball. Mixon was killing them in the first half. He had 40 yards rushing in the first half.
If your quarterback is going down to a record number of times, yes, coach, stop it before you get the kid hurt. Run the ball. Run the ball.
Run the ball. Man.
Well,
I had to watch.
I know, right? I guess they learned for next year because that could have been different.
Well, I'm just looking forward to next year. Like I said, to the faithful, to you, shout out to you. I'm going to check in all season. I promise I won't be a stranger. I'm excited about having Anthony Lynn because what the faithful don't realize is we're actually going to win next year because we cheating. We got 2 head coaches in the room. Anthony Lynn is a qualified head coach, and I think what he's going to do with some big backs, including the other trade that we drafted, everybody's going to be shocked. Everybody's going to be really shocked of his production.
I'm hoping
and we're going to lose Anthony Lynn right away. We're going to lose Anthony Lynn right away. He'll have, as a matter of fact, once they fire this coach here in Arizona, he'll be here in Arizona. That's what's going to suck.
Boy, you talking about Cliff Kingsbury's walking on real thin ice. I can see the fish below that ice. I'm surprised they didn't think about it this year. Cliff's got one more time. Him and Kyler. Kyler's going back to baseball, and Cliff's going to, they can tell Cliff to go to hell. So, Anyway.
Check in. Shout out to all my people in the Memphis Empire. Shout out to my boy Lee and Soul Child. Shout out to my people up north in the Bay and you for everything you do for the Empire. And I'm going to lick my wounds and be ready for next year.
Yeah, you ain't got long to wait either because this season lasts a long time. All right, fam. Looking forward to it. I'll be back tomorrow.
All right.
Night, fam. There goes Shabazz. Yes, indeed. He'll be back to being Shabazz soon. He's had to get over this game like the rest of us. Leo Calamara. Hey, Rams not going back to back. Well, that's true. Cup won't be the same. Donald is retiring. McVay is going to broadcasting no draft picks. Oh, if I was you, I'd be pissed. Sean McVay comes in. I've decided I'm going to go ahead and retire. No, you're not. What? You made this mess, and you're going to fix it before you leave here, or I'll have your ass in court. Hey, Greg. Greg, get in here, man.
Here he is. How are you, Ronbo?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. How you doing?
No,
I'm
I
terrible.
just want to see how you are.
I'm not happy, Greg. This season's ending up like a pile of poo-poo. You seen Jurassic Park, right? Remember those high mounds of crap? You've seen Jurassic Park, right? Remember those high mounds of crap? That's what I feel like I'm looking at. I mean, this is just ridiculous how this season ended. You know?
I know. I'm so pissed with that. I mean, listen. We own both teams. We own the Rams in the regular season, and then we lose in that game. And I'm not making excuses, but I mean, come on, man. That should have been us. I mean, we beat Cincinnati.
Yes.
I mean, at Cincinnati, we beat the Rams. We slapped them both games, and then we lose that one because Jimmy's finger's hanging on because his tendons are screwed up, and then
I got Trent Williams dragging 1 foot. You know, you're not going to win like that.
You go back and watch that. I mean, the Rams. I mean, you got to give them credit. They just kept blitzing because Trent Williams was like Larry. What the hell was that guy's name? Larry Allen in the Cowboys game back in '94 championship game. He couldn't do shit. They should have got him out of there, but.
Nobody.
I don't know, but either way, I just want to make a point. There's a couple things I want to say. I want to talk about the game real fast, but I got to make a point. You had the show the other night, and I wanted to call in, but I had something going on about Montana making that comment about Jimmy. You know, maybe they should keep Jimmy. You know, and I'm just wondering what your thoughts were. I didn't hear your whole take. I wonder what your thoughts on that was. What Joe was saying. You think it was just a lot of hype, or what?
No, not only Joe, but Primetime said something about that too. You know, and everybody's going to call me. I'm biased. I love Jimmy, and I think he gets a bad rap. And I think he leads this team in a way that people don't even take consideration of, because they play hard for him. When things go wrong, it's usually something else other than just him. And I'm hoping that same element. I'm hoping these guys will drive hard next year if they keep him. But Greg, asking me that question, everybody knows they can answer for me. I'm a Jimmy guy. If they brought Jimmy back, I'd be ecstatic.
I mean, he gets me pissed sometimes, but he's solid. I don't care what anybody says. He is solid, and when he's not playing, he's got an injury. You all these morons that post on this. I look at them. They're such imbeciles. I mean, imbeciles defined as stupid. Just remember, you're stupid if you're talking about Jimmy and how Trey should have been in there. And nothing against Trey. He's going to be damn good. I know he will be. Yeah. But you got to give the guy time. And here's the thing: like you can't talk about this guy. You know, they go and they beat Dallas. They go and they beat the Packers. They run out of gas or whatever. This guy's got heart. He's in there playing hurt, and he's doing the best he can. And I watched Joe Burrow go in there, and he, I mean, he got harassed, and I don't, you know. You think they're going to throw Joe Burrow under the bus? All Cincinnati fans?
Greg,
you know?
Look at Matthew Stafford.
I don't want to hear this shit about.
How many bad passes did you see Matthew Stafford throw today in an INT? You know, this is the thing.
Did he have
quarterback in the league does these
game
things.
Like normal, or was it one pick? I don't remember. 2 picks, right?
No, he had one
pick.
Did he throw 2? And a lot of missed passes. But him and Cooper Kupp got a thing going on, right?
Yeah, and I just been talking about this with my friends and my cousins. We're watching this effing game. And I'm like, you know, Cincinnati's going to pull this out. I mean, they stopped them on 3rd down, and what did they do? With that textbook defensive play by the linebacker, they call a penalty. They haven't called a penalty the whole game, and then they just decide they're going to call it. You know that this shit is rigged. I don't even know if I want to watch football anymore, Ronbo, because
I don't watch the NBA because of that.
You just broke their backs.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to score on 4th. They're going to go for it on 4th down. No, McVay's going to kick a field goal, and most likely Burrow's going to go down the field. They're going to kick a field goal, and they're going to run the clock out. It's just ridiculous. It's like, come off of it. You cannot do that to a team. You have to let them play. That wasn't even close to a hold. You know what I mean? Like, I'm watching the Super Bowl, and I'm like, these are supposed to be the best referees
Every year.
in the best game. And this is bullshit. I mean, doesn't anybody see this, or am I the only retard?
People are calling fraud, all over the place, Greg.
Sorry, let me just say that. But.
No, that's it's when things like that happen, when they happen, it just looks wrong, So yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'll give it to the Rams. I mean, they won the Super Bowl. Whoop-de-doo. And then I got to hear these idiots, Marketing Pro and all these other jackasses about McVay won it before Kyle. I'm like, shut the hell up. McVay didn't even know what that. He could find his asshole with a funnel. Please. I mean, come on.
He was
McVay with that slick hair, running on the field, shaking. Come off of it. You got that call there. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's almost like Bosa getting held in the Super Bowl, and then the call they made on Kittle when he makes that phenomenal catch against the Chiefs, so we could get a field goal. And they said, he pushed off. He slightly touched the guy's uniform, and he pushed. I mean, where are you coming up with this shit? Let him play.
Greg, we got to go, and you're so right.
I know. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I think I'm going to call you on Raw, but I mean, who knows? If they keep Jimmy, these people are going to go crazy. But do you think there's a chance? What do you think? Before I get you off the phone, give me a percentage.
Kyle said nothing's out of the question, and Jimmy said he'd be open to it. They'd have to restructure him, and that means they have to sign him for a multi-year deal, though. Okay, Greg.
I know.
Let's not piss anybody off tonight. Let's wait.
Crazy.
And then if it happens,
we'll talk about it later. I'll let you rock and roll.
All right.
All right, man.
Night, Greg.
I'll give you a round.
There he goes. In.
See.
Hey, night, fam. Hey, Casey.
Hey, what's shaking, Ronbo?
Well, Casey, for a fan base that wasn't involved in the Super Bowl, we really do get emotionally involved. The Rams, I was enraged, but I was trying to keep it light. I kept throwing jokes. I was just trying to make myself feel better. I am so pissed. I mean, really.
I'm not surprised, Ronbo.
I know.
That's how I felt after the Dallas game, after the Niners Dallas game. It means nothing to me. This is just, it's only going to be a few more years, and they're going to make it 30-30 on the old school NFL and the new school, new age NFL. And these last 10 years in the NFL have just been ugly, man. I mean, there's been some good games. There's been a lot of action. To me, the NFL died when Navarro Bowman broke his leg. That was when I'm watching at home, and it's just something different that we see on TV than what happens on the field. They got to let him play. Final 2 minutes of the game, red zone. They got to let him play. But
and Casey, the thing is, it's one game. It's not like the NBA Finals or the Major League Baseball World Series. It's one game. So you may have beat me today, but you don't necessarily, if we played again, if we played best 2 out of 3, but they can't do that because players will be sitting in the hospitals like crazy at the end of that 3-week period.
I just think that any team in the NFL deserves to win better than that. You know what I mean? Because I think after the Rams loss versus the Patriots, it's really tough to do that post-game conference, and I thought actually that Sean McVay handled himself graciously and with the long run in mind when he spoke. He talked as a leader. That's how I felt when in his post-game. And I feel like he deserves to actually win better than that. I don't want to see anyone win like that. So, but anyway, I enjoyed that Honda commercial with the John Cena voice. I thought that was really clever. They didn't show John Cena at all in the commercial, but he spoke over the Honda. Yeah.
How about the miniature players tearing that house apart? They brought out every personality. I mean, Lamar Jackson, boy, I got to go watch that again. That was hilarious.
Oh, I missed that one. Yeah.
You got to see it.
Did you catch the Bengals player running off the bench and skipping and stuff? And
wait, I got to go back and look at the commercial. I'm going to go back. I always go back and look at the commercial. Well, they're going to consolidate and put all the commercials in.
No, this wasn't a commercial. This was a real play that happened where the Bengals player ran off the bench. The inactive Bengals player.
And what was it? Was he out there celebrating?
Yeah, and I think he got hurt and like caused the flag too, if I'm not mistaken.
Wait, you know what? There were some times I was looking away from the screen. I probably missed that. Hey, what did happen first, second, and third quarter?
I don't remember. I just saw this in the highlights after, like, while I'm waiting on the phone.
And he got hurt?
There was a lot going on.
That is perfect. God, I got.
That's why I was kind of asking you about it, because I was hoping you could tell me what really happened. But
I thought you were talking about a commercial. I missed that. I don't remember any Bengals player going out there and wasn't even active, celebrating and got hurt. That's perfect. My God, how ridiculous can you get?
Anyway, Ronbo, you know what I'm looking forward to now is I hope the Niners get the Rams week 1, and I don't care where they play. And
you know what?
I want to see
possible.
OBJ get one catch for 3 yards. That's what I'm thinking he's going to get.
He may not even play in the start of the season because I don't know what that injury is.
I mean, he got a little boo-boo, and he had to go on the sideline, and I just thought of Debo just putting everything on the field and hopping off the field like on one leg, and I'm just like, man, we know what the real Super Bowl was, man. Oh man.
But Casey, did you hear about what his injury is? Did they already say what it was?
He looked like he stubbed his toe. He got
I know.
boo-boo.
But I can't believe
he didn't play anymore.
Right. I can't believe he would have came back out if he could still play, I think.
I mean, it looked like he was walking pretty okay on the sideline, Rombo.
Well,
I don't know, man. All I know is I saw Debo put everything on the field, blood, sweat, and tears.
I know, right? So I don't understand what happened. But
all it took was, Von Miller. Yeah, Rombo. I call it the Flag City Rams. You can't spell flag without L.A.
That's
Congratulations,
okay.
you sorry degenerates.
That's all we can do is congratulate the mother. But anyway, we'll see him again next year. And maybe week 1, because the 49ers are going to play the toughest schedule next year because of what just happened this year. So, the Rams could be in first, because it seems like we do play a conference team first. So we'll see. Anyway, Case, we're going to go. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Hope you got some time for us to be looking for you, okay?
Sounds good, man.
All right, fam. Have a good night.
Take it easy, bud.
You too. And Jeff Winbush, what's up, Jeff? He says, don't complain about the refs at the end. If you didn't say anything when Ramsey got his face mask grabbed on the TD, Jeff Winbush is probably a Rams fan, isn't it? I want to say something, though. And you can go back and look at the tape. I did say something. I said, you know what? He did get face mask, and that was wrong. I said it. I said, but good. It's Ramsey. Bill!
All right, Ronbo. I'm going to get straight to the point.
All right.
You watch the Super Bowl, do not ever tell me it's not rigged.
A lot of people don't think it was. A lot of people think it was.
Ever again. With that being said, next year is the All-State Bowl. Let me finish. The All-State Bowl. You're wanting to keep Jimmy G. You're wanting to keep Trey Lance as the starter. I say no. Because the All-State Bowl goes to Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. Do not tell me it is not rigged. Ever again. Go get A-Rod. Get Aaron Rodgers. Period. Facts. Enough said. You want a Super Bowl? You go get Aaron Rodgers if you want to be in it, or you're not in it. I don't care how good your players are. I don't care what they do. Right then and there, just prove to me in the whole world what I said is true. It is rigged. Not scripted. It's hard to script football, but you can fix it to who wins. How many chances did the Rams get to get a touchdown?
12.
Well, what was the score at halftime?
What was that score? They were down by a lot, though.
10.
Is that 10 again? Yeah.
Rams had 13, and the Bengals had 10. What was it? What was the jersey number for Kurt Warner?
Can't remember, actually. What was it?
13. What movie came out this year?
Kurt Warner. The Rams.
American Underdog.
Yeah.
Kurt Rams. They wanted to circle all around the Rams. The script in the mind of, when I say script, I'm talking about who Roger Goodell has planned to win a Super Bowl, and the referees fix it so that team can win it. They're not, the other teams are not actually participating in it. It's only the ones that are involved in the script are the referees, the commissioner, and the team owner. I believe the team owner. Just the
Most
team owner.
likely.
The whole team are not involved. The players are not involved in it. They actually think that they won something. No, you got handed the Joe Biden trophy. That's who you guys, I'm going to say I'm done. I'm done. I'm sick and tired of script football. I'm sick and tired. It should have went to the Bengals. As a matter of fact, we should have been there to win.
Yep.
Fact. But again, 13 American underdogs, the Las Vegas Rams, that's who they have picked in the beginning of the year. That's who the referees and the commissioner had planned. The gig is tough. He's caught. His hands in the cookie jar. Now, the guy has never been wrong that called it. He's called it every year, and I doubted him this year. He called the Rams to win, and he named the reasons why. I didn't call that. I didn't believe him. I called BS. But he says next year it is Aaron Rodgers
and return of Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, versus Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to tell you, Rodgers is not going to the air.
No. You got it out of order.
That's not
Next year, it's Josh Allen's turn.
No, it's not. Okay, let me tell you something. What's the Super Bowl next year being held in?
I think it's held in Vegas. You know what? Okay, that's a good question.
No.
I guessed at that.
Take
Vegas got the newest facility. Do you know where it's going?
What were you saying?
No, where's it going to be played? I guessed Vegas, but am I wrong? I don't know where. Bill, do you know where it's going to be played? Or are you just asking the question?
Arizona.
Oh, that's right. This was answered days ago.
It's in Arizona, Ronbo.
It is in Arizona. They should be before. It should have been in Arizona this year. Arizona's facility is older than the Rams facility.
State Farm Arena.
Yo, Ronbo. This guy's a tinfoil hat caller, man. This is what the hell is this? Alien conspiracy on Ronbo's sport?
Marketing pro. Wait, you gotta wait. Bill's got things.
Well, pay attention to the Super Bowl before you speak. Rewatch that and pay attention and tell me it's not throwing. Don't even speak up and doubt me. Don't doubt me ever again. If you're going to doubt me, you better watch that Super Bowl a lot more closer before you even start doubting me.
Bill,
His hands in the cookie jar. So
Bill,
State Farm Arena.
Bill, we're gonna have to stop.
All right,
Shania's really upset. I can tell. Bill, we're gonna have to stop though.
Give me a Ronbo shout out, and I will be back. When are you back on?
I'll be back tomorrow. All right, and it'll get better. Can't get any worse. All right. So, are you ready? 3, 2, 1. And
one thing, if anybody doubts me, do your homework. I'm sorry about that. Do your homework,
okay.
Look into it. Don't take my advice, look into it, and have a nice day.
all right. Good night, Shania. You guys have a great night. Mr. Blockhart says
excuses.
OBJ won the Super Bowl, so Mayfield will get it in now. Mr. Black Ice, thanks for that. It's T-Flow and an Alley. T-Flow.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hi, Ronbo.
Hi, Allie. Well, guys, did you enjoy that Super Bowl?
Nah, not really.
I know, right?
Kind of figured
I'm looking for somebody to say, hell no. Yeah. God.
But you know what? I talked about it, I think, during the season when the Niners could have had Von Miller, OBJ, or whatever to help out with the team, and Matt Stafford, they were giving out. And I told you earlier, I'm like, look, Ronbo, the Rams, ever since they got McVay, they're trying to win. They're trying to win now. Like they're getting players that are Ndamukong Suh. They're getting players, and who are the Niners getting? We're getting guys that are coming off injuries, right? They're getting guys who, hey, you got off the injury, maybe you can come back and do like a rebirth, and just rejuvenate your career. And look, it paid off. Early in the season we talked about look what the Rams, like, who cares if the Rams give a first round pick? They're getting players that can play in the NFL than first round
players.
Picks. We don't even know if they're gonna even pan out, because mostly all first rounds don't pan out. It's usually the middle rounds last longer than the first rounders.
Which is very strange.
You know what? And what pisses me off, that organization somehow knows how to manipulate the cap space, because they got all these stars and still have cap. But then with us, what are we doing? That's what I want to know with our story franchise. How come we're not manipulating the cap? How come we're not getting top tier players coming up? Because
it's not the 49ers philosophy. This is the Rams philosophy. They're enacting upon what they believe works.
Ronbo, on the other hand, before the salary cap, when we have Eddie DeBartolo, that was the 49ers philosophy.
That was, it was.
Get the best players.
Eddie D, But, that's why you got 3 or 4 teams in the entire NFL that are able to pull that off. We think Parag Marathi is being brilliant with the digits. Parag ain't got no skills. And the Rams, I don't know who's running their books, or the Cowboys, or the Chiefs. A lot of these teams that got endless talent on their team with huge contracts, I don't know how they're doing it. But it's
exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what's going on? Like, it's not just like, you know what? Like, the refs did, cost some ticket tax calls for the Rams. But that's just how it is. It sucks. But if the Niners play their game, Kyle Shanahan is not too conservative and say, you know what, I'm a better offense than you. I know how to run up scores. I got a good defense already, but if we go 3 and out because it's not working, our defense is going to get tired. We cannot be like how it was, but like 6 plays into a series that punt the ball.
The Rams defense, I don't know, they did look extremely powerful in our game and in this one too. All of a sudden, so because the Bucks, the Bengals went down almost identically like we did. Burrow was laying in the dirt. They couldn't run the ball no more.
They couldn't block.
They couldn't block. And that's what Debo said. He said, Debo, I'm more with the Rams because you can't block the Rams. So now we know.
Yeah, because we all know that offensive line, Bengals offensive line is not that good, because I think
it's worse.
I forgot what playoff game Burrow got sacked like 9 times.
Awful. Just say it what it is.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's awful. So basically, you can't say, Burrow had a good bad game. Like, nah, he had a good game when he had time to throw.
Yeah,
Other than that, like, it doesn't matter who's behind there. It could be Aaron Rodgers. It could be anybody. Get the best.
They're going down. Joe
Montana, Steve Young.
Yeah,
they're going down. You can't just say all this stuff about like, oh yeah, they had a bad year or something. And they just, Rams were a better team. Which they assembled on paper.
Yeah.
All right. So I kind of figured that out because, hey, it's like basketball and it's like football. All right. And it's like basketball and baseball. You get elite players on one team, you're going to go far. And you know what? And with Sean McVay, I think the colors talking about like Sean McVay hating on, like, saying that owns Kyle Shanahan. He does. Because I don't care what happens during season. It's what postseason what matters, right?
Yeah,
season is just nothing because
they only got one, all right? And I still think we'll see what happens if the 49ers reassert.
No, they got one. McVay has always been to the playoffs except for 1 year. McVay's always been in the playoffs. Kyle Shanahan has only made it 2 times out of 5. I think McVay made it 4 times out of 5. So it's about postseason, right? Because season, Who cares about season? It's about what postseason matters because we're a storied franchise. We either make it a postseason or Super Bowl. That's it. That's what we should strive for, not just we beat them during the season. Season don't mean anything if we can't make it a postseason or not Super Bowl run.
I agree.
That's what playing sports is all about.
I wonder what's going on in the office now, but we got to go, fam. So, T-Flow, I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll look for you and Allie. Then, okay?
But all I know, what made this Super Bowl was the halftime show. That was the best halftime show ever.
Yeah, boy, that was badass, wasn't it? I loved it.
Woo, I was all hype up. We were all hype.
Slick. All right, fam. I'm going to see y'all later. Good night, Allie. You guys have a great night.
Good night.
Let's get a little Nana shout out.
See y'all tomorrow.
All right, Ronbo, have a good night.
Good night.
You too. Night. Mr. Block Eye says, by the way, I won $200 off of that riff raff. Thanks, Bagels. That's it at 4-point spread. Oh, Mr. Block, a lot of people are getting paid. A lot. And it's Frank. Hello, Frank.
Hi. Hello?
Yes, hello, Frank.
Hello?
How you doing? Yes.
Hello?
I'm listening.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Oh. Okay. I never know because it's always another Frank.
Yeah, wait, we got to. I made sure not to call you Fish Frank. The other Frank is Fish Frank. But Frank, you have some things you want to say about that Super Bowl and our future. Because nobody's talking about the free agency right now, other than the fact that other teams seem to be able to add more players than we do. And Frank, if you had to ask John Lynch one question about that, what would that be? John, you know, the Rams have a lot of blue-chip players, and the Cowboys have even more than that. And the Kansas City Chiefs have a billion-dollar quarterback, and they've still surrounded themselves with a lot of great talents. John, is there something that we're doing different? You know? I don't know. What do you think about the game, though?
Oh, gosh. Like I said, I was hoping the Rams would lose.
Everybody did.
Because, you know, a 49ers fan. And
they pulled it off.
I think it should have been us in the Super Bowl, just like everybody else thinks, you know.
Yeah.
I just thought it was our year.
It would have been. Came that close.
You know, like you guys do. So, it's just so disappointing. Just like the Chiefs Super Bowl and the Ravens. Oh, when we come so close, and then this one against the Rams. I just couldn't be more disappointed. So I was hoping the Bengals would have won, but at the end, I would still feel a little bit guilty because the ultimate goal is for our 49ers to win our 6th Super Bowl. So
misery loves company, though, Frank. And still don't want the Rams jumping up and down. The Bengals are AFC; they're across the country, but the Rams right down there in SoCal. And they said, "Hey, 49ers, you think you guys going to dominate the stands next year? I don't think so. What are Super Bowl champs?" Frank, I just thought about something.
Yeah,
that's going to be interesting. Do the Rams still draw as much as the 49ers crowd next year?
Oh, there's no question. We have the best fans in the world.
But they love the Super Bowl.
When we see the Yeah, I know. But look at in the regular season, we had more fans than the Rams, and then in this game, Levi South, we had more fans, and I mean our team travels really well.
I mean, in fact, Frank, they don't need to travel. SoCal's got lots of 49ers fans. I can't wait, though, for that home game because now you're going to get those bandwagoners, those people that don't even know anything about football. L.A. crowds are like that. You need to go to a Dodger game to know what I mean. Dodger fans are not even watching the game. They're in the concession stands, in those luxury areas. They're doing everything but watching the game.
Yeah.
What is with the L.A.?
Like I said, we have the...
So...
Yeah, like I said, we have the best fans in the world, bar none, And like I said, I traveled to Tampa Bay I think it was the year before COVID when we had to play him twice before Brady. So there was a lot of Niner fans there. And that just shows that we have the best fans in the world, in my opinion.
I share that with
you. And I'm the one from Billings, Montana, by the way.
All right.
So,
well, there you go.
Yeah. I called in
What's
here
the temperature out there right now?
Oh, actually, it's not too bad.
Okay.
It's not too bad. It's actually warm. It's like one of our warmer winters. So. Oh, yeah. I mean, usually we get pounded by snow.
I know. That's a beautiful place. But the first time I'd ever heard the term beef dying on the hoof, I didn't. What does that mean? It literally means what it sounds like. Really? Why did they put him in a barn or something? God. But anyway, it's a beautiful area, though.
Yeah, it's like when we snow, we get it. But lately, it's been pretty nice. So, but over here in Billings, Montana, we usually have a lot of Denver Donkey fans or the Sea Chickens. And,
oh no! You guys got Seahawks fans in that area?
Oh, believe it or not, and some Chiefs and some Rams. And like I said, I love your show, but I get tired of the leeches that come in and talk all this crap, and they don't go on their own. I hate it. I don't know why they do that. It's like, go to your team. Just, I don't understand that. It just doesn't make any sense. And I don't want to mention who they are.
Well, they come in and they get a lot of conversations. A lot of people love to go back and forth with rival fans, right? And our fans are some of the most. I mean, they get into that fight and war. So when somebody comes over from another team, it's going to be all out fight, you know. So I think they like that.
Oh, I know. Yeah. But like I said, I still feel good about our chances going forward. I kind of wish we could keep Jimmy G for at least another year because I don't think it's all his fault. I mean, I look at the offensive line and the defensive line. As long as we have that in the secondary, I think our future is pretty bright going forward. But you can't put the blame on one player.
Yeah, but they already made the deal now. So, you've lost your first round picks. You got to they've got to bear down now and get Trey Lance ready to go. Because if he can't go, Kyle's and John, their entire careers in San Francisco are actually, that's where they lay their hat. They got to make that work. So we need more money.
Yeah.
So if they've already made that move, it's already in progress now. So Jimmy, he's got to go.
Yeah. I mean, I think I would just feel more comfortable with Trey having, another year
experience. Yeah,
under Jimmy. But if not,
we'll see.
I still feel confident as long as we have our core
players. Seems to talk like they got this ready. So I'll tell you what, hey, Frank, we're going to go. And if you got time, I'll be back tomorrow, though. Yeah, hopefully you do.
All righty. Could I get a Niner shout out?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
A Niner! Hey, Frank, great to hear from you again, too.
Oh, thank you so much. Go Niners. Go Niners.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, the moment we've all not been waiting for.
Fucking motherfucking McVay, he goes for it, dude. Like that motherfucker.
Marky Bro. Oh, are you ready?
Yo.
Okay.
I'm ready. Yo, Ronbo, what up, man? So this call right here, because I'm a champ, I want no rookie interrupting me again. So you make sure that don't happen.
I can't.
So my prediction, you know what I'm saying? Like, check this out, Ronbo. It comes down to coaching. How many interceptions did Matthew Stafford throw?
1.
2.
Did he throw 2?
He threw 2. But what?
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. That one that went off the receiver's hands.
Are the Rams fans crucifying him like Jimmy Garoppolo?
Well, that's a good point.
Well, they're like, no, they weren't doing all that whining. Oh, Jimmy, oh my God, they weren't doing all that. And the guy almost snapped his ankle into 2 pieces. You saw the highlight, right? The video don't lie. They were taping his ankle up on that.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Stafford.
Oh.
Stafford, when he rolled his
Was that an ankle injury?
When he got sacked. Yeah. I mean, what Sean McVay, this is the difference between Kyle and Sean McVay. Sean McVay's like, come on, bring it home. I'm going to give you the keys. Bring it home. 4th and 1. They threw the ball. Didn't they throw the ball?
Yeah, they did.
Now, put Kyle in the same situation. They're running in. They're going to choke. That's what I'm telling you. That's what happens. Matthew Stafford is a champ because Sean McVay is a better coach than Kyle. Now, watching that Joe Montana documentary, I think there's a Joe Montana curse on the 49ers because Steve Young was a fraud. Joe Montana would have won 3 more Super Bowls. He would have beat the Cowboys in 92. And, you know, he's that Leonard Marshall play away from winning 3-peating. You know what I mean? Guy McIntyre missed the cat. Steve, this is what it is. It's history repeating itself. Y'all overthought yourselves.
Marky Pro, I do have to say this about that, though. You know, I don't know that McVay is a better coach than Kyle, but this particular year, I guess it came down to this one game that he was a better game coaching Kyle. Because you got to acknowledge the fact that when you beat a team 6 times, we went against the law of averages this year, trying to beat the Rams 3 times. That was just not going to be.
Now, with due respect, because you was a gladiator, you've been on the field, you ain't like those BS other 49er platforms feeding that Trey BS to all the Trey crackheads out there. You keep it real. That's why that's that Rottweiler going off. You know what I mean? That's the Rams Nation. But anyway, you know, what I respect about you, you keep it real. You know what I mean? Like, you say the things that are unpopular, but you keep it real because you've been on that gridiron. You know what's up. You know what I'm saying? So here's the deal. Trey Lance is not ready. The locker room told Joe Montana he's not ready. And y'all going to have a rough season next year. We're about to 2-peat. We're not done. The party's just getting started. I predicted from the very beginning the Rams would beat the Bengals. And that's what it came down to. And the GOAT, Aaron Donald, the GOAT, came through. And he made big play after big play. And you know, Joe Shiesty, he's going to have to give that suit back to Cam Newton.
You know what I'm saying?
It was a nice suit. It was a nice suit, but you're going to have to give back to Cam Newton.
That did look Cam Newton-ish.
And Matthew Stafford, now, all the haters out there, Matthew Stafford is a real champion. On one leg, he threw a touchdown to Cooper Kupp, a.k.a. Cooper Rice, MVP Super Bowl champion. Now, what are the 49ers going to do? They're in a crisis because they know Trey ain't ready because Joe Montana exposed it because it was a payback to Eddie DeBartolo. Because I watched that documentary of Joe Montana. You know, have you seen it, Ronbo?
No, I've not watched that.
You got to watch it. Eddie DeBartolo came back to Joe begging him like, hey, look, man, F the coach. I'm the owner. I want you to start. And you know what Joe said at the end? Yeah, Steve won 1. I would have won more than 1.
You know, I do remember hearing something about this. And when I hear those kind of things, I'm not sure if somebody just came up with that. But, yeah. But anyway, Marty Pro, listen, we're going to go, and we'll have to congratulate you because we have to.
Rams Nation is the champ. Rams Nation is the champ, and we're going to 2-peat next year. We're not done. McVay's going to win a few more. We're not done yet.
All right. We'll see.
and Ronbo, big up to Ronbo Sports, and listen, stop listening to those Sunny Delight 49er platforms. Rambo's the real Mac Daddy of the 49er platform, and you doubting Thomases need to stick with Ronbo. Peace out, Mark and Pro.
Right, well, I'll thank you for that. All right, you enjoy yourself. All right, we'll talk to you later.
We the champs. I'm about to have another shot of Hennessy.
Oh. Okay, you know what?
It's a sweet moment. It's a full moon. There's a full moon night tonight, too.
I got. Okay, Marky Pro, good night. We got something up here. Is that what did I just do that? Okay. Barack O'Niner says, please remind the 49er faithfuls not to fall for every damn rumor this offseason again. You know, it's good. Barack, good call. It's going to be just raising crazy as far as the media making up something for clicks. Yo, Elliot.
Bro, can you hear me?
Elliot, I can hear you loud and clear. Come on in here, you and Pyle.
Man, bro, listen. I was hoping you wasn't even going to pick me next. You know why?
Well, how come?
What the hell is wrong with the last call?
Marky Pro's a Rams fan.
Like, he tripping. He tripping. Come on, man. There you go. Like, really, bro? Like, that's what you gonna get on here and say, all right, you know what?
Hennessy. He's fueled by Hennessy.
Man, and I, you know what I had to say? He been to the right Super Bowl party. I need to be at whatever Super Bowl party he was at today because he had a great time and he drunk a whole lot and had a really good time today. Because what he just said, I'm half not partial of what he said. I understand, but there's another part of me that's saying, "Bro, are you kidding me right now? Come on, man! Like that's what we finna get." Listen. I'm. You know why I called you today?
Okay.
We got first. Let me ask you this: what's your question? I'll need to answer your question first.
No, I didn't have any questions.
I got my son with me here today too.
Hi, Pyle.
We just trying to.
Yeah, no, I it's just pretty much turned into a Super Bowl talk. I was worried about. I was thinking about free agency. We got plenty of time to talk about free agency, but anything you want to add about that Super Bowl and marketing crew's observations. You know, one thing he does say that is going to resonate in a lot of people's minds, Kyle has got to be a little more giddy up on these situations where you need to, he does. You need to go ahead and show a little cojones, man. Don't be, it's like somebody said in the chat here, Kyle plays not to lose.
Half and half.
I'm listening.
It would have been funny if that was the Rams for the 49ers.
Pyle, say that again. It was a little too. Speak up a little louder.
If the Rams or the 49ers, we'll win.
Yeah.
I still don't get it why we lost the Rams. I believe we'll win the Super Bowl.
Pyle, we still can't hear you. Give me a little louder.
Basically, he was just saying, man, he couldn't understand how we lost to the Rams this year, man. Because we know that if the Rams are the one team, man, they'll give it up. They'll be the one team that'll give it up and lose a game that they probably should have won. And they're to me, they're great. They're a good team. They got, they got veterans and all that.
You got stuff, superstars all over the field, right?
Yeah, but they're the team that's even still with them superstars, they'll give it up.
Yeah, they did.
They'll give up the game. But let me say this because I know I don't really have that much time. I just want to say this, man. For me, I'm mad emotional. When I went to sleep when we lost that game 2 weeks ago, my lady was like, "You got a real problem with the Rams." Bro, I woke up
the lady said
at least 3 or 4 times cussing the Rams out in my sleep. You understand what I'm saying?
Did she wake you up and tell you?
Like cussing them out in my sleep. I ain't cussing them now. I'm cussing the Rams out in my sleep because I was that pissed. My friends got the car. I was like, "Bro, I won't talk to none of you. I'm hanging up on you. Don't do this right now." I'm pissed. I'm like, shit, because this is how I feel. I heard another caller say the same thing.
Yeah.
I heard another caller say the same thing. Well, this is supposed to be us this year, man. This was supposed to be us. And it's not, man. And it's so hurtful. I watched Aaron Donald interview and all that stuff.
He just crying his ass off. I know.
Man, I'm crying with him. I'm crying with him because
but
I'm
you're
like,
not crying
bro,
for joy. You're crying out no, y'all got it.
I'm crying because, bro, this was supposed to be us, not y'all. So it's just like, that shit hurt, man. That stuff hurts, bro. This championship is the one championship that hurts the most
because
for me.
This one might have been easier.
And I watched some hurtful ones.
Yes. Because,
I watched some hurtful ones.
Yeah.
We done been there at that last minute, that last 30 seconds and threw an interception or whatever else. We done been there. So to see this is like, man, this was supposed to be us, and we didn't do it, and that hurts. Now I understand how Debo felt.
We're coming next year.
I'm
fam.
hoping that's what it is.
You know, we got to
but
do it.
You know, like you said, Ronbo, ain't no year guarantee.
I know.
Ain't no year guarantee.
That's every year too. So
yeah, it's a lot of stuff to do next year, man.
I know. And, you know, we went deep in the playoffs. That's all right. The season's short. We're ending it here almost March, and we ain't got to wait long to get back into it. So it's not bad. So we'll be okay. But we got to go, fam.
At least we got to where we got to, though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like the ending. That's the ending part of. Hey, at least we got to where we got to. Yeah. We got to beat the shit out there. They'll be sorry. I'm in the cuss. We about to beat the hell out the Cowboys. We can't stand them. We got to beat the Green Bay Packers. We can't stand them. Those are teams we really can't stand out of everybody. Yeah. And we just so end up losing to somebody who I said in the first place, man, these dudes is going to be a problem. It is what it is. At least they won. At least we lost to the Super Bowl winners.
And then you can say that.
Not the Super Bowl losers.
But we really got to go, fam. Appreciate you know that. Give my best to Pyle. Have a good night. We'll see you guys tomorrow if you got time, all right?
No doubt, man. We'll get back with you, man. Y'all have a good one, man. Everybody enjoy themselves, and much love to you as always, man.
Thanks, Elliot.
It's just a bad day. It's still a bad day.
We'll get over it. All right, fam. Have a great night.
All right, wow.
And a Seahawks fan, he says, I quit. F it. Seahawks fan, I hope you won some money in this game. Did you take the Bengals and the points? Even though 1 point, I still can't get. You know what? The Bengals would be the bet to make anyway. You can't make any money on the Rams winning. So, thanks for the contribution. Don't quit. You know, your team could rebound next year. I just figured it out. They only need a couple of things. Frank, is this Fish Frank? Frank.
Ronbo.
Well, Frank, they went and did it. They went and won the Super Bowl. That was our Super Bowl, Frank. The Rams getting ready to put the ring on. You got Aaron Donald putting his finger up in the air and pointing at his ring finger. But Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Frank, are you okay? Frank, what are your observations on this game, Frank?
Oh, man. Hey, you know how I feel, Ronbo. I'm heartbroken, man. It blows my nuts, man. Can't believe. But, you know, I'm not going to cry over spoon milk. You know, maybe next year we be in the mix.
Yeah, we
probably will be. Body. You know,
but you know what else? We just got to make sure we don't get everybody on the IR, you know?
Yeah. Like I say, I think, you know, the refs, man, you know, that little fishy how they just started calling penalties at the end like that, trying to make sure the Rams get in the end zone.
That was wild,
you know what I'm saying? But, yeah.
12 chances. You know, like, how you not going to get in the end zone with 12 chances? Get out the way, ref.
You know,
I'm
going to go ahead, you know, give him credit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give them credit. You know, God, go ahead, give them credit and respect. You know, shout out to them. I ain't going to be no hater, no sore loser. They did what they supposed to do. They won. So, you know, now we just got to focus, man. See, can we get it, you know, bring the body on over to Cali, man. You know, Santa Clear.
Yeah.
That's all, man. That's how I look at it. I'm just focused on this all season. And hopefully we go younger, man. You know, I agree about, you know, K1, man. He's getting a little older, man. He didn't look like it. So,
yeah, he got beat.
Year, man.
He got beat a lot this last year.
I might try. What's the name from New England? What's his name? J.C. Jackson, I think. The corner.
Yeah, is he free agent?
I tried. Yeah, I think he's free agent. I tried to go after him. Definitely try to go after him.
You know, because if he's rookie near his rookie contract. Also, you might want to get DJ Reid back. You know, DJ Reid, he's changed from what he was before he left.
He's been balling. Yeah. He's been balling. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's been balling. You're right about that.
And he knows what we do. So yeah. And I don't think DJ Reid wanted to leave. The Rams, I mean, the 49ers put him on waivers because they had a torn pec. And, you know, they had to do that to clear him. And they was going to put him on the IR probably following Monday morning. Came in there and swooped. Boy, the Hawks ain't no. Hey, when it swooped up and got him, the 49ers didn't see that coming. You know, and there he was.
No.
But he was a good ball player.
Yeah, but, you know, we'll be all right, Ronbo, man. You know, this one sting, man. So, you know what I'm saying? It hurt my stomach to even watch that match, man. You know, see them bang was fine together, man. So, yeah. You know, I had to watch nothing else on TV. I should have just watched Lifetime. That's what I started.
Watch Nat Geo, you know.
Yeah,
so,
man. You know, but I know you'll be on tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow looking for you. All right, Frank.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll be on tomorrow, man. I'm going to go ahead and go to sleep, man. Just dream about a fish sandwich.
Sandwiches bouncing through the air. It's gonna be better, Frank. It's gonna get all right. Don't worry about it. All right, I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
I love you, man.
Yeah,
I love
you,
you.
All right,
Frank. Faithful, man. Y'all have a blessing, man. All right.
Poor Frank. He's taking it really hard. E.
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, man, we're sitting here. We you know, this is the biggest fear I had. I mean, they were supposed to win it, but I was hoping maybe they wouldn't win it, and they did. So, your feeling on that ball game?
Yo, funny thing about it, Ronbo, I didn't even see it.
See, good. Don't watch it.
I was supposed to go to my cousin's house. I ended up opening a bottle before I got there.
Yeah.
I had a friend come over real quick, a female friend.
Yeah.
Before she left, I was out of gas, put it like that.
You know what I'm saying? You did the right thing. That game was not, well, that does not trump the good time you had. You know, that game was annoying. Because we're sitting there watching the whole game, and they got your hopes all built up. The Bengals are about to upset the Rams. There's only how much time left? Oh, Bengals, you got to score in this next. You kept saying it in the last few minutes. Bengals, you got to score this time. Bengals, you got to score this time. Rams kept getting them off the field. Bengals, you got to score at least 3 this time. Pretty soon, finally, the Rams did it. They got the ball back. They marched the ball down the field. They're down by, 3. Yeah, they're down by 4. And they go down and they get a touchdown. Finally, the referee's throwing a flag. Referees are sitting there waiting, boy. Every time, all right. Oh, that's a flag. Oh, that's a flag. And then the third time, and it was offsetting, repeat the down. I said, you know what? You can't give a team 12 times a chance to get into the end zone from the 10-yard line. And they finally punched it in. They won
the game. LA, you know what I mean? Since they was in SoFi and all that.
Yeah. The refs, they're not crazy. If they wouldn't have made those calls, they'd have had the Bloods and the Crips waiting for them outside, you know?
You said they would have made it out the stadium, right?
They definitely would have made it out of the area. So, you know, but I really wish they wouldn't get so heavily involved. Let them play, all right? If it's not real egregious, stay out of the way, ref.
Correct.
God.
Yes. Because it's a lot of holding, it's a lot of pass interference, it's a lot of things.
On both sides, offense and defense.
Yes. Just let them fight. I mean, it's 2 grown men out there. Let them get it in.
That's right.
Best man win. There you go.
So, the Rams
Let on
flying.
49ers. I hope we do something for the agency.
Yeah.
Oh, and big ups to you, Ronbo. You know, I hate the callers. You know, most respect. Everything.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. So
you already know. That's like I said. You on, I'm on, right?
Yeah, you know, we you know, our day is coming. We have to wait. Unfortunately, we're just that team. I got to tell you something, E. I have a feeling once the 49ers do start winning, we could become the Patriots. You know why? Because it's like it's taken us hell to get to that position where we got that level of ability, and this team we built it's good. We need to patch up things, something like the Patriots do with just plugging in players every year. But the nucleus is right there, you know. Just we just got to wait patiently and don't get overly involved in these Super Bowls that are going by here now. We'll be all right.
How you like Lance?
I'm sorry,
So
say
far.
again? How what?
How do you like Trey Lance?
He'll be okay. He's got a lot of huge potential. The problem I have is how long does it get realized? Because this team, the pieces are there now to win. Can he come in and keep that machine rolling? I hope so. And apparently the 49ers know
You think
so.
you want Aaron Rodgers? You want Trey Lance or Aaron Rodgers? Just guessing. Just two names.
You know, Aaron Rodgers on his team nobody would say no to Aaron Rodgers, you know?
Correct.
But I don't know if the 49ers can afford Aaron Rodgers. We don't have any money.
No, I think we picked Trey Lance up for a reason. You did 3 first-round picks or 2 of them.
Yeah.
What kind of scouting did you do? I hope this guy's soon to be ready sooner or later.
Yeah, true. But they didn't really mean to give up that many first-round picks. They wanted to see if they could give up less. But Miami, the criminals that they are, insisted 49ers, you might make that deal. Because the 49ers couldn't get anybody to deal with them earlier than the 3rd pick. Everybody said, 49ers? No. I'll just stop you right there. No. John, have a good day. And I think that went on for a few places. And then they got to number 3, and Miami says, yeah, you guys give us 2 first-round picks, and we'll switch our pick with you this year. It's all yours. And that's pretty much where that went. They didn't intend to lose that many picks because that's not 49ers style. But they really wanted Trey. So apparently they do know what they got with him, and they'll be fine.
That's Shanahan and Lynch was there. I hope y'all made a good thing. Y'all sitting there looking at this guy. Y'all scouting him.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this is our future. I want him to be with us 10 years. And
he's
6
22.
Super Bowls,
He could be with us
what I mean?
easy 10 years, more than that, as long as he doesn't get hurt.
Yes, and they said his little brother looked nice and everything, but go with
Trey's got a
Trey.
little brother?
See what we going with him. Yes, Trey got a nice little brother.
What does he play?
I think he plays quarterback, but he's still in high school.
All right. We'll just keep him coming in then. Especially if Trey works out. It's genetic. We got to go.
It's definitely genetic.
I'll see you tomorrow if you got some time. Huh? Hey, thank you, fam.
Yes, sir. Well, you on, I'm on. Remember that.
There you go. Thanks, fam. Appreciate that.
Thank
Have
you.
a good night.
Niners respect. Give me one more Niner game like you do all day.
Hey, have a good night, fam.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Big boy Louis says, don't care about Rams or Bengals. Don't let them live in our heads like we do theirs. In theirs. Good call, big boy Luis. Let's talk Niners football. Excited for 2022 and Trey. Yes. And yo, Raymond.
What's up, Ronbo?
Raymond, I tell you what, you and me are in lockstep about that secondary situation, because we got a pass rush, but Lord have mercy. It's like I just said, we've lost all these big games by getting bombed deep downfield. Richard Sherman, of all people, got Sammy Watkins owned him in the Super Bowl. And then you got Jimmy back there telling people, no, they ran that same play with Tyreek Hill twice. Well, Jimmy, why the hell you didn't say something? And so we lost that game. Secondary has got to become a little better. Everything else will take care of itself. So
No, you're right about that.
I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm gonna be right 100%.
Yeah, you're right about that. I believe we need a little help in that area, and I think we're gonna get it. And I just want to let you know, Ronbo, that I'm riding with the Niners, man. It seemed like I don't want to be one of those guys that say, the powers that be. But let me tell you something, Ronbo. I was in the house. I had a Super Bowl party at my house because my friends wanted to come. I was a little pissed off watching that game because I was like, man, we should be right here. I was the whole time. But I was standing in the kitchen. Everybody was watching the game because the liquor was in the kitchen. I was helping everybody get drinks and stuff, Yeah. And, bro, my boy told me the point spread was 4 points. And I said, the Rams got to win by 4? Yeah. I wasn't even really watching the TV. I came out at halftime to watch the halftime show, which was nice, but man, we got to just hang in there. It's going to come because we got a lot of money in this fan base, and I think the NFL knows it because, man, I was calling the game, and I wasn't even watching. When the Bengals scored a touchdown, I said, man, don't worry. They said the Rams got to win by 4. Then they got a pick. That was a mistake. They didn't intend that to happen. And I said, watch, the Bengals only get 3 out of this. Then the quarterback throws the ball. They didn't move the ball. They got a 3, right? Mm-hmm. And then I said, watch the Rams win by 3 so nobody covered the point spread. Man, it's crazy. It was crazy. I wasn't even watching the game. I didn't even know the game was over. The game was over. I said, what happened? The Rams by 3, huh? So nobody could win. The money. Yo, I don't want to be like that, but I'm like, wow. They told me they was calling crazy flags at the end of the game to try to get them to score. Mm-hmm. But guess what? Yeah. We took over SoFi, and I think the NFL noticed that. So we gonna
got to build the Rams up
because we got money in this fan base. They coming. We gonna get one if they gotta help. If they gonna help. But either way, man, I don't want to be like that. But that's crazy to me. That was crazy to me. How they just kept up with the point spread like that.
But I'm telling you, at 4 points, I quit gambling years ago because of that. I lost a game like that. One lousy point.
That's crazy.
I almost had to be hospitalized. I couldn't believe it.
Man, it's unbelievable, man. I don't want to think that because the NFL has a lot of integrity, but I think they lost some respect for me tonight for that. Because I was calling the game. When the dude scored the touchdown, first of all, he threw Ramsey on the ground. They didn't call it, but that's entertainment. I told my boy.
I enjoyed that. That's the only thing I enjoyed that game.
Bro, The Rock came out to start it off, wrestling.
I had to be in tears laughing.
Yeah, wrestling is sports entertainment. NFL is sports entertainment. They all listed on the same thing. I told them, don't worry, they're not going to
let money invested.
Yeah, I said, don't worry, they're not going to let this game get out of hand because they don't want the people to stop watching because these commercials, bro. This is crazy, and it was in a home stadium like that. I'm like, man, that's crazy. So I don't really know that each play happened. Oh, they told me Odell Beckham got hurt in the earlier part of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't watch that. But you know what, man? I'm going to just try to think that it's all right, and it wasn't set up like that. But come on, man. They got too many penalties at the end. It seemed like they were trying to push the Rams all season. Yeah. And then when I look at our game we played against them, why in the world is Kyle Shanahan running against a box like that? Man, we supposed to be there. And I was totally upset all night. I didn't even really look at the game too much because I was just chilling, drinking and stuff. I wasn't even really paying attention to the game. But when my boy told me the Rams had to win by 4, I said, watch, they win by 3. And lo and behold, that's crazy. The only one won tonight is Vegas.
Hey, Raymond, but you know what? I've had this conversation with a couple other guys, too. They said, you know what? All that stuff is ran through computer software that you would not believe. I said, oh, damn that. No machine is no. I just wouldn't believe it, right? But, Raymond, I'm going to tell you right now, these scenarios, computers run through millions of scenarios. Next time I don't know. It's just, I'm like you. I don't want to believe
man. When you're not watching as a fan, right, and you sitting there with a conscious mind, my boy told me the point spread, and he said the Rams by 4. I said, watch, you about to lose your money. Because he bet on the Rams. I said, watch how they win by 3. And it's just crazy to me. It's just totally crazy to me. I didn't even watch the game, and I kind of predicted that. When the Bengals scored that touchdown and looked like they was going to win, I said, they're not about to let this game get away. Then when you think about when we played the Ravens, how they turned the lights off and we caught up, nobody could stop watching. It seems like,
Raymond,
man,
stop, man.
I don't want to think like that.
I'm going to keep watching football.
They need to stop making it so obvious.
Oh, I can't stop watching the ball. I ain't going to bet anymore, but I just love it so much. Raymond, we got to go,
but
though.
Let's get back to our Niners. I don't want to keep talking about that because I want to hold the integrity of the game. But we need to get our secondary help.
Yeah, we do. Huh? Raymond, I need for you to come back tomorrow, though, because we ran over time already.
All right, go Niners, Ronbo. Hey, don't worry. We're going to get one because they saw how we took over that stadium. And if anything is rigged, it's going to be rigged for us one year because we got a whole lot of fans that's going to spend a whole lot of money. So go Niners. Let's get it.
There you go. They need to take care of us. All right, Raymond. Have a great night. Glad you had a good party, too. Have a great night, fam.
Oh, yeah. We was lit. All right, peace.
Peace. Splendiferous.
Yo.
Splendiferous. All right. So we got the ultimate slap. As we, you and I both know that we've beaten the Rams, and we also beat the Bengals earlier this year. And now we sit there and watch both the teams that are pretty much our juniors. They fought over the Super Bowl, and of all things, you could have appreciated the Bengals winning, but the Rams won. Now they're in our conference, and now next year, the NFC champion Rams, who probably should dominate. We're picking the Rams this year to win the NFC West again. See, now we got to go through all that rigmarole. And here we go. Life as a 49er fan will again be one that you just mad again. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, all that's true, man. All that is true, man. But when I tell you something, I'm going to tell you this right now. That, like everybody been saying all season long, and for past seasons and stuff, it's a rigged game. It is rigged. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing. It's rigged for the Rams to win. Because the Rams that we're gonna see for the next couple of years coming, they're gonna look totally different. Because Andrew Whitworth, he's gonna retire. That's the first thing. The first big change that's going to come to the Rams team is going to be on the offensive line. You know what I mean?
You heard about Aaron Donald's thinking about, he started mentioning his children. He's thinking about retirement too. They'll probably talk him out of it, Aaron Donald. They'll probably talk him out of it for one more year, but that'll be it.
Yeah, they're going to bring back Donald. Donald going to come back. You know what I mean?
They got to defend the crown, right? Yeah.
Right. Whitworth, he's not going to come back. Offensive line going to look different. Von Miller, they ain't going to be able to sign him again. Odell Beckham, they ain't going to be able to re-sign him again. All them picks that the Rams done traded, that team is going to look like trash next season. Trust me. My words when I tell you that. Now, Jimmy Garoppolo,
You don't have any draft picks. And, you can only work the middle of the draft so much before you start coming up short. And if you can't re-sign these guys that you got over there, what are you going to do? Exactly.
Most def. Now, if Jimmy come back, I'm not a Jimmy hater. I love Jimmy. You know what I mean? So that wouldn't bother me too much if Jimmy do come back. But no matter who the quarterback is going to be next season, mark my words, we are going to win it all next season. You know what I mean? Because the people that control this game never hesitate to show you, who they are. They make symbols all the time. Next season will be Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch's 6th year under the contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've been on the quest for 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
The next season will be their 6th season.
I see where you're going now. Okay, go ahead.
We will win our 6th championship next season because I'm telling you, this season, Kyle Shanahan has to be sick that he taught this guy. Sean McVay, and he gets to hoist the Lombardi Trophy before he does. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
but something else I want to add to that too. The parity around the NFL is for every city to possibly win a championship. I got a feeling next year we're going to see Detroit's going to be involved in the mix next year. You look at the Bengals that went from nothing; they went from last. They went from worst to first, and there's going to be some team that's going to come out of nowhere next year, just like the Bengals. The NFL. I don't know how they do it. How do you manipulate an entire country so everybody's teams can get involved and you sort of take turns? And when's our turn coming? Maybe, like you say, next year.
Remember, mark my words. You heard me tell you this on this night.
we will hoist the Lombardi Trophy next season.
There he is. Bookmark
I promise you that.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I'll, actually, now that you said it's been different, I will actually be bothered. Because if we win next year, Splendiferous called in after that last Super Bowl and predicted this. Listen, I want to appreciate winning, but I want it to be on our own merits. I don't want any help from the refs. I don't want any help from the league.
None.
I want to be able to say we won the damn game.
But look at the Rams. Look at the Rams. How much help did they get? There were flags all over the place on that last drive to make sure that they scored that go-ahead touchdown.
You can't get away from refs. In the NBA, you actually know the refs by names because they play such a big role. In football, it's like they go to a certain kind of training school. You know that crew that got kicked out of the round robin because of that call that what's his name? I believe that Burrow made a touchdown pass, and they seemed to muffle the call. And so the NFL got discovered, and they said, you guys are done for this particular season. And I think refs get big money for being involved in the playoffs, and so they're out. But that doesn't help. That doesn't help the Raiders. The Raiders are out. They're out.
Oh, they're going to be out. They're going to be out because you know what? They got to look to the superior team and say, "Oh man, these guys have won 5 championships
story.
a long time ago."
Split. We're getting into something now that could take us along. We could talk like this for hours. Let me tell you what, though. We got to go now. I'll be back tomorrow. All right.
Let me get a Niners shout out, Ronbo. You know I love him.
I'll see you tomorrow, fam.
Shout out to you.
Thanks, man.
Shout out to production. Love you, Ronbo.
Yeah, I love you back, fam. Thanks.
Let's get those likes up, man. Hit the like button, man. Ronbo Sports, man. Love them.
Thanks, Flynn. And I noticed, and Daniel Serrano says, no way the NFL allows the 49ers to beat the Bengals in the 3 Super Bowls. But Daniel, maybe Cincinnati doesn't come back, and the return, they want that rematch to take place again. Mahomes versus Lance, the 2 new breed quarterbacks, 49ers versus Kansas City. They got to keep the Golden Boys going. Joe Burrows is a new Golden Boy. It would have been Josh Allen, but for some reason, they like Burrows better, I'm thinking, right? So they made this happen. Maybe they made this happen, but it may have happened fair and square, and I want to continue to believe that. Please, for the purist, we've got to stick together because there's going to be a movement. 49ers, the NFL is as rigged as it gets. I already got convinced about the NBA, but please, not the NFL. He says, plus they need to push the Rams to win and gain fans. Plus, Super Bowl was here in L.A. Daniel, it's fine. Oh, man. What we got next here? It's Chardon.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Oh, Chardon, we're sitting here like we always do at the end of the season recently, sitting in the dark. We just can't get no light. We did it, we got to sit here and watch the Rams win. And, another bad ending.
I can't believe it, man. I can't believe we lost, man.
You have to.
I was looking really forward to wearing that Rams jersey, that Bengals jersey.
Oh, that's right. You did make that. Yes.
Oh my God, man. I feel sick to my stomach watching that game.
And it wasn't that good of a game, And that's what's so bad about it. It was a bad game. Most of us, our interest is in seeing the Rams lose. And what they do, they win 4 quarters of bad football, and the Rams win. How bad is that?
To me, I can have a scenario that makes me think of how the Bengals lost. It kind of reminds you of a Bengal tiger walking on the road, and he's not watching where he's going, and a car runs him over. That's exactly what this game felt like to me. Really, that's what this
how'd
game
you come
felt
up with
like,
that? Is what I'm
really he's walking across and he's not paying attention to his surroundings and he gets, in an accident. That's exactly what this game felt like. We got, like, I thought we would win this game, but after I watched the fourth quarter and it was 23-20, I was like, Evan McPherson's gonna come up. He's gonna hit the field goal. We're gonna tie the game at 23. We're gonna go to overtime. We're probably gonna win an OT. After I watched the game, I was getting so nervous when LA scored that touchdown.
Yeah,
I was
same
like,
here. And when they kept getting the ball back, they kept getting the ball back.
Because at first the referees they thought they scored a touchdown, but then when they looked at the call, there was no touchdown. So I got really serious when the next time they went to the red zone, they scored a touchdown. I said, like, oh my God, here we go again. We're gonna lose. We're in the Super Bowl and we're gonna lose it. So we gotta be ready for it. I mean, like me, I wasn't ready for it.
Nobody was. I thought they had
really. I wasn't ready for it. Like I was not expecting this moment to happen, that we would get in the Super Bowl and we would lose to the Rams on a field goal.
Reliving the misery over and over. It's like Groundhog Day.
To the Rams, I got to give credit to the Rams, man. They're a resilient football team. They got so many great stars on their team. They got got Matthew Stafford. They got Van Jefferson. They got Odell Beckham Jr. They got Eric Weddle. They got Andrew Whitworth. They got all these great players on LA. But it shows that the thing that really made me upset about this game is that it was 13-3, and then the Bengals tried to, get their way into the game and make it, really competitive. And then it like, I thought that, we would make a comeback and we would end up winning the game, but it looks like we came up short in the end because, it clearly shows what happened, because in the end, when you lose by a field goal, it shows how our team's not prepared and we don't fight that hard. We don't work as a unit. That's what football is all about, right? Football is all about, working together with all your teammates, finding ways to get a victory. And then we didn't do that tonight. So,
Chardal, we didn't play tonight. You mean the Bengals?
I'm just saying the Bengals scored. The Bengals tried to make their way into the game and put some pressure on the Rams. But I mean, it was pretty exciting when we scored that touchdown and we made it. I believe it was 13-9, and then we scored a touchdown, and then we ended up making it 20-17, and then
so it was a battle. And you got to give the 49ers a lot of credit. We were walking wounded out there, and they still took them to the end of the game. But
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, but this game was, it was a lopsided game in my opinion.
Tonight's game?
Yeah, tonight's game was lopsided. Because the thing that the thing that makes that really ticks me off about this is that I voted Joe Burrow to be the MVP of this game.
Well, he would have been. But
I'm.
All right, shut up. Because we've got to go. But it'll get better. We already hit rock bottom.
I just don't know why games have to end up like this.
It's football. We watch this game. We like this misery. That's why we keep watching for those sometime thrills. When you think about it, Chardal, there's more disappointment watching football than there is any real wonderful times when you think about it. But that's what it's like being a football fan, and we should, you'll never get used to it. But our time's coming. I tell you what, so I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
It's nice talking to you, Ronbo. I'll see you tomorrow.
Same here. All right, Janelle. Have a great night.
See ya.
All right. Hey, guys, when you call in, please don't unmute yourself because that causes all kind of problems. So just call in. We'll bring you in as soon as we get to your turn. MP, love you back, man. Thanks for the contribution, too. It's Mealy. Uh-oh.
What's happening?
Well, Amelia, you know, every year at this time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Amelia, you know what? I can't stop counting because you and me been hanging out here for like how many years now? You know, we go through this at the end of every year, damn near. No, every year. We ain't missed a year yet.
Let's see.
We ain't missed a year yet, Amelia. It's always some bad.
How long have you been doing the show for? I can actually give you an estimate.
2014. What did we? Yeah, we started 2014. So here we are, 2022, and this ain't gotten no better. We've been up.
So yeah.
But we ain't going. We ain't getting.
Me and you've been talking. Basically, yeah. So I came on for maybe a year after. So basically, when the whole before Gabbert, Blaine Gabbert.
I thought you.
The year before Blaine Gabbert took over. So yeah. The last year with Harbaugh.
Because I wasn't. When we went to Super Bowl. I hadn't started yet with Harbaugh.
So yeah.
Yeah. So you're right.
It was the year after then.
Yep. So that's 2014. Yeah, 2014.
The last season, yeah.
So here we are, 2022.
Yeah.
That's
we're going on 10 years.
You know, I mean. And before I got on doing this, I was sitting in the dark at the end of the season by myself, you know, with other people. But we can't come into the light, fam. Damn.
I remember your videos when it was just you by yourself. Yeah. I remember watching those.
Yeah. We just can't get no break. And here we go again. Now we got to sit and watch the Rams win. That don't help, man.
It was a 50-50 thing. I had told you I don't care who won.
They were supposed to win.
It was a good game. It was a pretty good game. Some people didn't like it. I thought it was pretty good.
I thought they were going to beat them up worse than that, actually.
Game came down to the wires. I can't complain. But, I was just listening to some guys. I'm like, you conspiracy theorists. I was like, I
don't want to believe that.
You can tell some of the games are rigged, and you can say some of the calls are, meant to be. You could tell. It's not that hard to tell calls or not.
Too. Some of it's just bad.
Yeah, but it's obvious. I mean, sometimes you could tell they want some teams there. They don't want certain teams there. Sometimes it's obvious when they don't call certain calls or they end up giving the other team the call they shouldn't have got. So it doesn't matter. It does make it hard for one team to win when you got to fight the refs. But hey, you look at Burrow. He could have got, holding on to the ball too long, could have threw it.
That's true. But let me ask you this question though: the NFL, Major League Baseball in their minor league divisions, they're using mechanical refs. What would it be like? But then they could program They could program the refs in the NFL to do what they want them to do, couldn't they? You can't escape. If the NFL, if the league wants to run the games, never mind. Because I was thinking, human error is something you expect. But if I get a computerized version out there of a referee, he can't make mistakes. He's not programmed to make mistakes.
They can rig it anywhere. So it
they can. They can manipulate it even better.
You're going to rig a game. You're going to rig a game.
I can remote control it from a distance.
Matter.
Yeah, never mind.
That doesn't make a difference. God. I'm just puzzled how Marketing Pro thinks they're going to go back to back. Dude, you forget they're really going to dismantle this team after this year? This was basically, let's win the Super Bowl this year and we're done. I'd be surprised if they're fighting in the division because, Stafford has, one more year on his contract and everybody else is gone? So, I don't know.
So he's back to Detroit next year. Stafford Mills will be in Detroit again next year. If they lose as many people as it looks like, and if Aaron Donald quits like he's talking about doing, boy, OBJ, I don't even know I don't know what the damage is to his leg. They're not going to sign him with a bad leg.
No, he had a discount. They might. He said he was talking about before the game, talking about taking the discount. So it might just happen. You don't know.
He has got no choice.
It depends. So. All that is going to depend on the offseason, how much the Rams are going to have, and then we'll, go from there. They don't have picks.
They ain't got no money. What do you, they got
they're going to have to figure something out.
I think they still what's that running back that had arthritis in his knee?
You talking about Todd Gurley?
Yeah, Gurley. I don't think the two paying him yet. God.
Technically, we don't have those problems. We're just, to us, I see why everybody keeps saying we should have been here, would have should have been here. And bottom line, I know people ain't gonna like it. I blame Jimmy. Still, you can't throw the ball deep, dude. This is why Trey is here, partially because Jimmy keeps getting hurt, and you can't throw the ball deep. People keep saying, "Oh, why did Jimmy couldn't keep throwing the ball?" Because it goes back to you say, why is he in there? Shanahan doesn't trust him throwing them deep. You see, when he got Debo hurt, Shanahan didn't want to throw that ball no more. Certain situations, he doesn't want to throw that ball. He'd rather run because the run game works. But when they stuff the box like they did, it's kind of hard to run the ball. Anybody did. When we were doing it with Gore a lot, they were stacking up box. We couldn't run until we got Kaepernick there would open up the throwing game. We just need a quarterback who can throw. Hopefully Trey is the answer. And, we've seen some light of it. But at this point, Jimmy couldn't get us over that hump. I don't care what nobody says. He can blame the defense, didn't make mistakes. Jimmy couldn't get over the hump. We win games, yes, but he couldn't get over that hump.
That's
why we got rid of Alex.
I still think if his hand was not all screwed up, and Trent Williams is in that game, I don't care what anybody says either. We win that game.
I'm not denying it. Like I said, he can win us some games, but he got to the point
they would have beat the
where
Rams.
we've seen it.
They would have beat the Rams in that playoff game.
Last Super Bowl we lost.
He would have beat the Rams.
The Super Bowl we didn't win because Jimmy couldn't throw the ball.
And we would have beaten the Bengals.
We go to the NFC Championship. We couldn't win the NFC Championship because Jimmy couldn't throw the ball. So it's one too many times you can't win games because Jimmy can't throw further than what he can.
Whoa, Mila, what are you talking about NFC Championship? We've only been in 2 and we won 1.
Yeah, I'm saying the Super Bowl. We didn't win one Super Bowl because Jimmy couldn't throw further than what he could. And then you got the other one, the NFC Championship game we just lost because Jimmy can't throw it further than he can. You got to keep looking at that.
You are never going to acknowledge that he had a bad
too many
hand.
times he's handicapped us.
Here's what I say. I will say injuries were a problem again.
Okay, let's look at Stafford. Look at Stafford. He broke his arm one of the games or his shoulder, and he won a game. That's a horrible excuse. If Stafford can do it, Jimmy should be able to do it too.
A shoulder injury is one thing, but your hand,
no,
you got to grab the ball.
You can't lift
that's
your arm.
a different story. Another thing else, Emilio, you can't have both. You all right? You can't have your shoulder and your hand. That ain't right. And you and I both know he beats the Rams in his sleep when he's healthy. Come on now. Come on. You know that's true.
But at the same time, he's handicapped us one too many times and won too many games. Well, we should have won games and we lose them. This whole season, we can at least go back on 3 games that we should have won, but we didn't win because of Jimmy.
And then maybe we don't end up
most recent one is the NFC Championship.
And maybe we don't end up in the wild card. I'll go along with that, but don't tell me that he can't beat the Rams because he does. He's beat them too many times.
I didn't say he couldn't. Yeah. I'm just saying he's handicapped us to win too many times on certain games we should have won. There's like at least 3 games this season you can have on top of your head because of Jimmy. We couldn't win games.
Let's continue tomorrow. All right, because the Jimmy War is going to go on until he goes to his next team. Anyway, no, I already said we lose next year.
I'm not saying I don't like the guy.
It's still going to be Jimmy's fault. Let me see tomorrow,
no, it's not. At that point, no. Honestly, if Trey's messing up, at that point, it's going to be Trey's fault.
All right.
And if Trey doesn't get no better, it's going to be Shanahan's fault.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. All right, fam. Have a good night.
All right. You too.
All right, you too. Clarence, offensive line and secondary is priority in free agency and draft. Clarence, no cash, so need speedster. Yes. If it's something to throw it deep, you need to get somebody downfield that can get it. To take top off defense, Rams bought their Super Bowl. We're building a Super Bowl. You watch Stafford go down deep, and he didn't get picked off. It's not that. You can throw the ball deep, but you damn sure better have an intermediate game, or you're going to get killed. That's just the way NFL defenses are set up. Everybody knows the downfield shot is coming, except us. We get beat on it. That's what I can't say. Every game we've lost in the fourth quarter was behind that deep shot. Dre Phantom.
Ronbo.
Dre, here we sit. Another end of the year darkness. I'm gonna start carrying a flashlight with me toward the last few weeks of the season, so I can just. I'm gonna do my whole show in the dark. I'm gonna do that next. I'm gonna do the whole show in the dark and I'm gonna be sitting here with a flashlight. Say, fam, here we go again. I can't come out the dark.
Right. Man, oh man, like you was telling the other caller, man, that's football, man, and it's tough. It's tough. I felt like many other fans we were living through the Bengals, but it didn't happen.
And we beat both of them this year. I mean, Dre, we beat both teams this year. If we can get to the Super Bowl, we probably win that game.
Probably win it. I believe so.
But we'd have to be healthy.
I believe so.
You know, people think that this and that, but I don't care. If the 49ers are healthy, and I don't even need Jimmy's hand. I just need Trent Williams. You know, Jimmy can come in there with his bad hand and still win. But I can't have my best tackle and my other tackle's not that good. You're not going to win any games like that. Ask Patrick Mahomes. You got to have your tackles, you know? That's not an excuse.
Yeah, that's
an excuse. That's bull. That's not an excuse. That's a fact. I mean, you know, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. But it's been an exciting year, nevertheless. Just even for me personally, I got a chance to attend that Week 18 game, and then you went to the preseason game against the Chargers. So I've been at SoFi. I mean, I'm in LA, so and I there's so much has gone through my mind since I've been on Hope and hearing the callers, man, and not even on no hater stuff. Like everybody knows I hate the Rams, and congrats to them and the guy that calls in that's a Rams fan. He should be excited. Bro. You should be. Yeah, do your thing. But the fan base is sad, man. I live in LA, bro, and I was in line for the NFL experience, you know, all week they're doing stuff. So at the Coliseum, we're in line. I'm telling you, it's like hundreds and droves of people trying to get in. So I'm in line to go into the Coliseum. And, of course, it's fans from all teams there. But, of course, you know, a lot of Bengals fans because they're in the Super Bowl. Long story short, you know, the Bengals do their thing. They do that who dey, and then they respond.
Oh, is that what that's about?
I forget what they say.
Who dey?
Yeah,
I've
who dey.
seen that a few times. I don't know, what is that? Because I know who that. That's the Saints. But who dey? That's the first.
Who dey? Yeah, who DEY. And I think they respond with something like "we at" or something. I'm messing up what their response is, but some fans shouted that out, and there was this loud roar response to all the fans. I'm like, dang, they kind of out here. And then I hear one Rams fans go, "Whose house?" And then they answer themselves. They answer their own reply and say, "Rams." And nobody responded. I'm like, the fan base is pretty sad, but maybe they'll start to build one now that they got a chip.
Well, yeah, and I think that might have been the plan, you know, because there'd been a bunch of 49er fans there when they asked whose house it was. You know, that could have got ugly.
we were still representing out here. Oh, and then check this out. So this was actually yesterday. Debo was at Tom's Bar and Grill. It's a spot at LA Live. He did an interview with DraftKings, so I got to, I won't say meet Debo, but just stand right there and watch his interview. Yeah. And then I after that was over, Alex Mack walks right past me. I was like, the 49er players is out here like, this is crazy.
They hang out. They was in Vegas, and then, you know, that locker room is tight, you know. So
right. So yeah, man. But for the I'm so glad this game is over, so we can get to the off season.
Yes, and make some adjustments.
We got to. I just really hope we could be a dominant squad next year and crap on some of these teams. I got to hear all of these fake fans. I'm telling you, man, on my Facebook, Instagram, I'm seeing people post with Rams gear on that I never knew.
Brand new jerseys, am I right?
Never knew that. Where?
Come on, man.
Exactly. And I'm like,
what, you just bought that a few minutes ago? Still in the store. What are you taking photos for? You ought to be ashamed.
I hate it.
God.
I hate it. And, you know, I see the Super Bowl halftime show, you know, so all of the L.A. I mean, outside of Mary J. Blige and Eminem and stuff like that, but it was kind of like a big L.A. thing. And I'm like, I'm from L.A., but I'm a diehard Niners fan. My dad was a Niners fan, and so that will never change. I was like, that part kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'm a diehard Niner fan, man.
You know, but I still love what happened as far as NWA and all the guys that made that movement go. Because when it first started, it was just an underground thing. And all of a sudden, Grammy Awards are being given out. And it wasn't recognized back in the day, boy. All of a sudden, Grammy Awards are being given out to hip-hop artists. Whoa!
Right.
Look what you guys did. And a lot of them boys were thugs
right.
and people your mama didn't want you hanging out with. And look what they did.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Made something of themselves. Yeah, that is amazing. I love it. But yeah, man, looking forward. My goal for next year is to obviously go to the SoFi games out here when we play the Rams here. But I got to get to a Levi's game. I haven't been there yet.
Oh yeah, you can. And next year is going to be an atmosphere that you'll be going crazy for too. So yeah, you got to make that put that on your itinerary. But anyway, fam, we got to go. If you got time, I'll be looking for you tomorrow. So, man, haven't seen you, Dre, in a long time.
I know it's been a minute. It's been a minute, but yeah, I'll try to chime in tomorrow.
Be looking forward to it. Have a great night, fam.
All right, you too. Take care.
Thanks. And Sheeple says, "Don't worry, Ronbo. 49ers will win next few Super Bowls. Promise." Oh, God. I mean, because as a 49er fan, we've gotten used to it. I mean, there's a lot of teams that are way worse. I mean, think if you were Don Burr. How bad is that? Hey, Bethel.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Bethel, we're just going over what just happened. I was going to talk about some other things tonight, but, you know, we still gravitate toward our misery, you know. And,
yeah. Yeah, we see how the Rams like to do it. You know, they like to play these big-ass famous players. They like to pay these referees, too. And, you know,
there's a
you know, but, that's fine. You know, let them. And then another thing is that kind of funny is that they were out in the news. They were, let's see if we could find any Rams fans. They couldn't even find one. We can find no, and that was the Super Bowl.
By the way, Bethel's in SoCal. Bethel, where were the news people? Where were they located?
They're in LA.
I mean, what area?
I'm not no, they were in the stadium. They couldn't find any Rams fans in the stadium.
Listen,
I'm not like,
Bethel, this is LA style. I went to ball games in LA. I went to see a Laker game. And the Dodger game was my favorite because the Dodger fans weren't even watching the game. I'm sitting there. I'm a Dodger fan. So I'm sitting there watching the game, and I'm noticing there's a conscious procession going up in the concession area, you know? Because, I give it the Dodgers have the greatest hot dogs in the world, as far as I'm concerned. So I do like their hot dog.
Yeah.
But I don't need to keep getting up and get a hot dog when it's the sixth inning. The Dodgers are up 3-2 with the bases loaded for the other team, and you're on your way to this concession stand? What kind of fan does that? So I'm laughing. I said, this is LA, huh? They ain't even watching the game. I said, what? They came out here for an outing. It's not, you know. So this is what they do. So they probably left SoFi immediately after the game. You know, because there's too many things to do in LA. No, that's the problem.
No, and then another thing that when the other team was playing, you can hear that defense. You can hear none of that because none of the Rams players or team or whatever fan base were not even saying anything. if that was us in the Super Bowl, all that shit would have been filled up with Niner fans, and you would have been able to hear our fan base.
Bethel, they just became Rams fans last week. They don't know nothing about the Rams. They don't know nothing about the activities that go on in the stadium. Those are, and they might have been from the Actors Guild. They wanted to fill up the stadium with more Rams, so they brought a bunch of actors in, and a handful of people that really do like the Rams. You know, they're trying to build that base. They don't have one.
And then I know I seen that movie star that, you know, he's a Mexican, you know, he plays an actor and everything, and he's a supposedly Rams fan. There's a picture of him with Dallas, with the mascot with Dallas. Now you're a Rams fan. Now you're that with Rams uniform and everything. What happened with your Dallas? Now you're over here with the Rams stuff. Okay, like.
At least Snoop didn't put on a Rams jersey there, because Snoop, every time he goes to a stadium, he's got the jacket. I said, Snoop, you got 32 jackets in your closet, don't you? Well, you ain't right. Man, come on, Snoop. You really a Rams fan? He might be, though. He's from L.A., so
No, he's his team is the Steelers. His team has always been the Steelers.
Wait, really? I didn't know that about him.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg's he's a Steelers fan. He's been there to the games. He's always doing the stuff for the Steelers, and he's always backing up the Steelers. But sometimes the Rams, or the right there LA, they pay you all this money, so you have to put on a jersey, to endorse. So
and Snoop said, "I don't need that money. I'm a Steelers fan." Snoop, you're from LA. How'd you become a Steelers fan?
I don't know. It's crazy, but I think we probably have a real bright thing, and we need, because if you see on our game and you see this game, those defense were out there for too long, and you cannot have a defense. No, the Rams.
Well, Rams a little less.
If I remember right, when we played the Rams, our defense was out there not too much.
Yeah.
Because in the second quarter,
that playoff game, they were out there all day.
Our offense was only there out for 7 minutes, and their offense was out there for 18 minutes almost.
Especially the second half.
And so we were still winning in the half.
Yep.
Even though our offense was barely even.
That's why when people tell me that if Trent Williams is fine, and I don't even need Jimmy's shoulder, just give me his hand. We still would have beat the Rams.
Yeah, but some people get mad at Jimmy because
they always do.
Look at when we beat Green Bay. They asked him about the arm. Oh, it feels good, baby. Like,
his shoulder.
If your arm is not that good, you should not be saying nothing like that. You just said, "Hey, my hand, held out and did what I had to do, and that's it."
I think he was trying not to sound like a wuss. He can't say, it's really hurting. But everybody, the reporters made him ask him about that in his that conference he had last week, and he admitted it hurt. Come on, it's just too much. That's a lot of pain. Yeah. But he stayed out there with it, and that's not like him. Usually Jimmy is out of here as soon as he gets hurt. So I got to give him credit for that.
That's one thing I do give him. Yeah, I give him credit, a lot of credit for, doing stuff like that. And but, sometimes, when you can't do something, let your backup, help you out because he's more rested.
Oh, that's Shanahan's fault. He could have made that call, so he knew.
Yeah, that is true.
We're going to run out of time, Bethel. I'll be back tomorrow, though. No waiting until Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever day.
Oh, and one thing to that Rams fan that called in, if I remember right, in the movie that they made for the Rams, the first thing they show, Joe Montana, 49ers, quarterback, want to be like Joe Montana. So
he never misses these things. I love it. I got to go check that flick out. Beth, I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, Ronbo. Hit the like, and let's go Niners.
Thanks, Bethel. Have a good night, fam.
All right, good night, Ron.
And Clarence says halftime show is better than the game. Hip-hop royalty. True that. And James, it's official. Ronbo's a Dodgers. I admitted that a long time ago. I got in trouble for that already, Daniel. Yeah. I've always loved the. My dad had a big deal about Jackie Robinson, and that's when I started liking the Dodgers, and couldn't stop that. And the Dodgers had some great teams out through the years. The Dodgers are fun, and the Lakers, showtime. I'll never go. My God, never. Let's not get into that. Hey, Don.
Yeah. Hello. What's up, Ronbo?
Oh, Don, we're sitting here in the dark again. Like I say, we at the end of every year at this time, we find our way into the abyss where there's nothing down here except for us. And you get a little water coming over the falls, and there we are, sitting all alone. But Don, I mean, what are your feelings on this game? And it's worse this year because the fact is both teams in the Super Bowl we beat up this year, and we had to watch them fight it out while we sit there and watch. I'm making it worse. We got to get better.
Well, yeah, I know it was hard, but my pops, my brother, and I were all rooting for the Bengals to teach them a lesson, and they were hanging in there the whole game, obviously. And I do question that end zone play where the Rams scored that game-winning touchdown.
Everybody does.
Where all of a sudden those freaking flags came in. I was like, oh, boy.
Looked like laundry was dumped on the field.
I was like, dang, what the heck is going on over here? Yeah, and then obviously I know they had one more chance, and freaking Joe Burrow almost pulled a Garoppolo on the very last play.
Same exact play, almost, except Joe threw it forward and Joe threw behind the back. I mean, Jimmy threw it behind the back, and Joe getting swung around. Whoa!
I know.
You can't let the Rams get you in that position, because they pinned their ears back. And Joe went down how many times in this game? Did you count? I knew he went down 8 times from what I know.
7.
Somebody
he
said
went down 7 times.
He tied the record because that also happened to Roger Staubach, I think.
Yeah, that was the all-time record for sacks for a quarterback in a Super Bowl game.
Yeah. Joe just tied it.
Yeah. I know these boys will be back, though. The Bengals,
they got to.
No matter what happened. Sorry.
Oh, they're ready.
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
Team.
No, they got a good team. They'll be back. They got to get an offensive line, though.
That's what I mean. And I think they will get it, honestly. Because, do you think these Bengals are really going to take this line down like that?
God,
no, they won't.
They'll live it.
I know, because there's no stopping them either. They have the most upside out of any other team in the NFL. The only other team because I heard another caller earlier
Bills?
talking to you, and you were saying that there was these certain teams, that were the worst of the worst. And then all of a sudden, the next year, they come out as one of the biggest surprises. I remember in 2017, that was the Jaguars. All of a sudden, they came out of freaking nowhere, and we're right on the cusp.
And that year, they beat the Broncos. Wait, no, the Broncos. No, I got teams mixed up. 2017.
They beat the Steelers. I think I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And I remember the freaking trash talk from the Steelers players saying that they were going to own the freaking Jaguars that game. And then when the Jaguars heard that, they just freaking hit them in the freaking mouth, in the beginning of the game. And then they went to and almost beat the Patriots. 3 quarters in, they were leading, and then somehow in the 4th quarter, they just let that slip from their hands.
Don, that's what happened today. That's what happened today. The Rams weren't talking, but every talking head in the NFL, well, the Rams have the better this, they got the better this, and they've got the better this, and this game is definitely the Rams to lose. And I'm saying, hey, guys, that's all was so, they had it. Joe and the company had it up until the 4th quarter, and as you know, what happened. But the Rams didn't walk all over them like even I expected from the way people were talking.
Yeah, I know the Bengals did much better than what a lot of people did. I already knew that these guys were going to give them a game. Yeah, because everyone was slept on the Bengals a lot. And honestly, the AFC in the coming years, you got Joe Burrow and the Bengals, Josh Allen and the Bills, Patrick Mahomes, he's still not going nowhere with the Chiefs. And then you got Lamar Jackson. Obviously, they need to get their stuff together. But once they do, oh, my goodness.
They got to get rid of Herman. You know what? I don't know. I see Lamar Jackson and company. I see them on the other hot side of the hill. Unless, I don't know. We'll see. They got to get a great defense because I don't know if they're ever going to win the big one because they keep losing to certain teams all the time. They've not beaten Patrick Mahomes yet. They struggle with the Titans. You know what? If I had to deal with the Titans every year and Derrick Henry, that I can understand. But I don't know why they can't beat the Chiefs. I watch every year because Patrick Mahomes comes in here talking trash. I mean, Patrick, man, look, you guys are playing the Ravens tomorrow. Tell you what, this has got to come. I wasn't paying attention. Patrick, they beat the Ravens up so easily. I said, oh my God. So, anyway. You're right, though. Due date's coming.
I know. I think it was that Monday night game you were talking about. Yeah. Everyone was still anticipating that it was going to be like a big old shootout and stuff, but then the freaking Chiefs just beat them down like it was nothing. God. I was like,
anyway,
wow.
Don, we got to go, though. I'll be back tomorrow. If you got some time for us, we'll be back.
I'll try to be on tomorrow.
All right.
So,
looking for you. Thanks,
hey,
man.
Can I get one more shout out from you? I know your lungs are probably like.
Niners! Yeah, here's the thing, Don. As long as I'm not doing a 49er game, I still got juice. If I do the 49er game, I can't even talk because I'm like going nuts during the game. For this game, I was just sad. Anyway, have a great night. Talk to you later.
Thank you, you too. And much love for your Ronbo. Shout out to you and the faithful.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Have
that.
yourself a good night.
You too.
See you later.
And Dan Strauss says, Robert, I meet great someday. We need that. Oh, it would be fun, though. I'll talk. Okay. You know, I got to stop hollering though before I do lose it. Oh, Ellis.
Ron Bizzle.
Ellis, man. Here we are again. Same place, same time, just different year. Ooh, maybe not same exact time because we win an extra game this year. 1 week later. We can't stop doing this. But we do that. We got to stop doing this, Ellis.
Yeah, man. It's just it's irritating because it was definitely supposed to be us playing and beating the Bengals and not the sorry ass Rams.
Who tried to get
just
away.
got basically. Yeah, they just got the Baltimore Ravens treatment. They're
all right.
They just got the Ravens treatment. You know what I mean? So I don't know why they're all excited. Everybody's crying. I guess, man. If it makes you feel confident, if it makes you feel good, I think it was just let's swing the pendulum in the Rams' direction this year and just pick them. And even still, like when it comes to like guys were talking about with the conspiring and all that other stuff, I believe in all of that shit. There's money behind all of this. It's not just about may the best man win.
I'm talking
so
billions.
let's not get it twisted. It happens. Yeah, it happens. It's been happening since we were all born. This money has been flowing. This has been a different business outside of the business. So let's not act like that's not present still, and it's only in certain situations. It just is more heightened when there's when it's Super Bowl, when it's the biggest games of the year or the season between all of these professional sports. You know what I mean?
And Ellis, you watch boxing. That used to make me nuts too. Especially when you got a few people making decisions at the end of the game. You're sitting there, you watching that fight, and you know damn well who won. By unanimous decision? Oh! No. It's usually split decision. You guys know damn well. I used to lose my mind watching boxing. And then and I don't want it to creep into football, though. See, it's just really scary stuff.
It just made... Yeah, no, you're right. And it was one of my buddies used to say he's a Cowboys fan. He said he stopped watching football a long time ago and really stopped caring about the sport for that very reason, because it's like no matter what, it mostly comes down to the money and who's picked to win versus the best team win. But there are times where teams that are picked to lose or that are designed that were designed and projected to lose and how they had it set up didn't end up working that way. And for some reason, I feel like we keep falling into the hands of the odds that go against us. Yeah. You know what I mean? Especially in that Rams game. And,
with these, no delay game calls, but they seem to catch the delay games on everybody else in every other game. And, we keep getting put into these positions. So we got to blow these fucking teams out, Ronbo. We got to stop playing.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
hope Kyle's pissed off. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, why do we have to run teams completely out of the stadium in order to get a win? If we don't beat you by 40 points, then, God, we ain't going to get it.
Well, and look, that should give us even more of an incentive to want to, bury each team that we play. Stop keeping them in the game. That 7 to 10 point shit ain't going to work. We need 17 and up. We need to be 17 and up. Look what happened when we played Detroit earlier in the year, and we started.
Yeah, they
loafing.
came back.
Before you know it, a special teams whiff, and then before you know it, they're neck and neck with it. It can happen even in those kind of situations. So for sure, 17 to 21 points sometimes isn't even enough. But you can't be doing these 3 to 6 point leads, 7 point leads, 10 point leads.
Yeah.
That shit is not conducive, and we're products of that, and so. Rams go to hell, y'all. Y'all ain't shit, and at least you didn't score. At least y'all got more than 3 points. Feel at least feel some kind of, you know what I mean? Yeah, some kind of vindication when it comes to that. But one thing, last before I go, I'm wondering. It's really strange how the NFC, the AFC championship games, and then the games before the championship games on both sides were all by 3 points. Including the Super Bowl now. All of that shit just seems really weird to me. All of them.
Vegas.
They all were.
Vegas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when we're talking about conspiracy and everybody's like, I don't want to hear that. If you're not aligned with or connected with reality and what's bigger than your pea brain, then clearly you don't need to be, a person that speaks on these kind of situations. Or if you do, talk to yourself in the mirror and have those, have that combative banter with your damn self, because you're come on, man, how are you driving like that? Because your ass is retarded. This happens all the time, man. We it's not about the best man winning every time, and a lot of the time it's not. Especially like I said with this dollar flowing. So I don't even like that our Niners are celebrating these guys winning. All that shit irritates me, because when the season comes, it's like, you guys got a soft spot for these guys, but they didn't give a shit about us, and they cheated us out of the game, and then made it seem like Donald saying, "Oh yeah, man, this is what we wanted. This is what we wanted. We wanted to come back right here, and we wanted to get this win." And shut your ass up. You just got the Ray Lewis treatment. You got the Ray Lewis treatment, Aaron. You got the Ray Lewis treatment, Aaron. Go have a seat. And I hope you don't come back, because you're not going to get shit next year.
He'll be back.
You're going to be crying a different kind of tears.
They're going to say, Aaron, you can't leave this year. We got a crown to defend. He'll come back. One more year. But if they lose next year, he'll quit. As will
And what the Rams going to do with all those players, Ronbo?
I can't wait to see.
How they going to retain all those players? Look, if we worry about retaining the guys that we got, how the hell are they going to retain all of those players? Is everybody taking a Tom Brady cut?
That's not happening. I can't wait to see how they handle this. And everybody's going to be watching, too. Them and Dallas. I want to see. If all those guys come trotting back onto the field next year, there needs to be an investigation launched. That is not possible. That is not possible for them to be under the cap.
When is Cooper Kupp supposed to be getting paid?
Yeah, it's got to be at least by now. Or if they better extend him.
Yeah, That's what I'm saying, and he's going to be getting probably more money than Debo. You know what I'm saying? I would think so. He just won an MVP and got the Super Bowl, so yeah, that just upped his ticket price a whole lot more. Go ahead.
We better hope that Debo gets paid before he does. Now that you mention it, boy,
damn, that's right.
Because the Rams don't have any money to pay Cooper Kupp. I don't know how they're gonna. Yeah, let's do this tomorrow because we're out of time.
That's a bet.
All season's gonna be crazy. All right, fam. Amaya, Zabari, Josh, we Johnny. Y'all have a great night.
Thank you, family, and all you Rams fans. I want you to find the nearest bridge in your city, or wherever you're at, and close your eyes and just tip right on over.
LA's
All right,
flat.
now.
They ain't got no bridges. All right, fam. Talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, man, hit the rocks or something. Anyway, peace and love.
We're evil.
No.
We don't mean it, Rams fans. I don't
Don't
want you
like,
guys to
man.
hurt
Hit
yourselves,
the like,
but we don't
subscribe.
appreciate that win. Okay. All right, Ellis. Night, fam. Hey, oh, yes, indeed. Bring in Trez. Wow, I can't wait to hear what Trez got to say about all this. Trez, hold on.
Hold
I got.
up. Wait a minute, Rumble. Go on and put some red and gold up in it.
Put it in. Let me do it like that chef. There it is. Trez, I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this. You and Niner Mike, but I was waiting on y'all.
Rumble, first of all, I want to say, look at here. Congratulations to the Los Angeles Rams. Okay?
And that's in order.
That's
I'm gonna
first.
bring myself.
I'm not gonna be there. TNT is not gonna be that group. That, go the other way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna congratulate the Rams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do agree with the last caller. I mean, hey, we know how the league going. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, Ro. People gotta understand. This is a different NFL than the NFL that we grew up and loved. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You
When they
have
played
what
real
you
football.
have now. What I'm getting at is what you have. You have a group of owners that are in a billionaires boys club.
Yep.
They don't. Who's the owner of the NFL? They are. This is their product. They don't mind getting behind closed doors and say, "Hey, you're gonna win it this year. You're gonna win it this year. You're gonna win it this year." That's no problem. They want parity in the league, man. They start some of these
They've been
teams
working on this for a long time.
don't have a championship and hadn't won a championship. You're gonna start to see these teams at least get one. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna at least say, hey, look at here, we're gonna let everybody touch this Lombardi trophy now. It's long gone, it's the NFL of old. You know what I'm saying? Well, you had to be a good team and you went out flat and won the thing. You know what I'm saying? Because now they want parity. You can go out and you can buy it, you can go out and get all these players, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Y'all gotta understand, man.
Well, Trez, from that,
they're gonna
can
run this league how they want to.
But can you predict Detroit finally winning a championship?
It's sooner or later it's gonna happen, Ronbo. It's gonna happen. They don't mind. You know what? Do you understand when one team loses, they have to pick up the slack for that team, the owners. They have to still split the money amongst each other fairly.
That's I remember.
They still have to pick the money fairly.
I remember reading about that a while back. I'd forgotten all about that.
Yes. Yeah, they have to pick up the slack for the team that's not doing well. If the team has been doing this and that, they have to pick up the slack for that, for the concessions not being filled up, the stands not being filled up, they all get an even share.
Because they're one big criminal syndicate. They take care of each other.
Exactly. So
there's a lot
of is the old NFL. You're going to be introduced to the new NFL where you're going to have teams that get these one-year championships. You can forget about it. Okay.
Parity.
And another thing,
but the Jets got to wait. Let me see who else. Jets. I just mentioned the Lions. Maybe they're not playing ball
Let's get in line.
during those meetings.
Buffalo. I mean, it's a bunch of.
They've been there. They should have done it though. That's why their area code.
Yeah, they should have done it. But I'm saying they have the team now to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna start saying it. You're gonna start, like I'm saying. Mark my words. But I do want to say this too. Also, how old is Joe Montana? Joe is, don't put no validity in what Joe Montana says, okay? Joe ain't around the 49er facility. Joe ain't around nobody, okay? He is salty of how the team did him years ago in releasing him for another quarterback, which is number 8, Steve Young. We all know that. I don't want to hear nothing Joe Montana got to say at age 70 years of age. I don't, okay? Joe did his thing when he was with us. He'd be always known as the greatest quarterback in 49er history, and some people's opinion, greatest quarterback ever. Okay, so that's it. That is what it is. That's when he was in his senile. He wasn't senile, and he was in his right mind. Okay, straight up. So right now, as far as his opinion about Trey, I don't want to hear it. Joe ain't around nobody. Joe ain't even at the damn practice facility to see what Trey's doing out there on the field. So if you lay eyes on it, see it for yourself.
You got a bit of talking.
Joe's been contradicting saying one thing and another thing.
Remember that year that you was going up the escalator and you hit Dion up about some comments he made? Dion also chimed in Trey. Although I don't understand Deion talking like that because I thought he was full supporter of Trey.
Well, Deion ain't around the facility, Ronbo. That's what I'm saying. I don't put no validity in none of these people that are not in the organization, man, that is not there. You know what I'm saying? You ain't there. You don't know what's going on. D-Boys put that out there also. D-Boys saying what? Hey, we're a tight-knit group. You ain't in that circle, bro. You don't know what the hell is going on. We all speculate. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. It is what it is, you know? And then, too, like, you know, look, Jimmy had his tender here. I'm going to flip to this. Jimmy had his tender here. Okay, how many years Jimmy was here? Did we get a championship under Jimmy? No, we didn't. Okay. It's time we flip the page on Jimmy. Not saying Jimmy's not a good quarterback. We ain't saying that. We just couldn't get the chip with Jimmy. That's it. That's the bottom line. Whether we going back and forth with Jimmy could do, couldn't do, okay, at the end of the day, to win big games, you got to have exceptional quarterback play. Not good quarterback play, not average quarterback play, exceptional quarterback play. You got to get the job done, man. And we didn't get the job done. As a team, we didn't get the job done. As a team, if was a fifth, we all be drunk. We all be tore, okay? So if Tart would have made the interception, if Jimmy would have thrown the ball correctly, if Jimmy would have seen the dude behind Ramsey, I mean, it's a whole bunch, Rumbo. So, you know, he had his tender. It's over. We moving on. Jimmy's a good quarterback. I hope he does well with the next team that he goes to. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. All that in and out with him, it's done. That's done, okay? And we need to be worried about is 12 going to be showing up in the time to the team. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady. That's all I'm looking at because I'm like, what's really going on here? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to force his way onto our team? Because that's what I look at it as, like they saying in the prayer. Who says no to Tom Brady twice? You know what I'm saying? You'd be a fool. So I'm more worried about that than I am was Jimmy staying or going. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? Jimmy's out of here. That tender's over. We didn't get a chip under him. He's a good quarterback. We wish him well.
Yeah, the 49ers
I'll never forget him. We had some good highs with him. We had some lows, and we was in between, you know, like a roller coaster, but it was more good than bad. And that's all I got to say, Ronbo. Shout out to you, TNT. We out of here.
And you feel good knowing that the 49ers, they're not paying attention to any of the talk. They're going to do what they do. So, yeah, it's pretty much already in motion.
Exactly. That's what I said. If was a fit, we all be drunk. If Kyle Shanahan would have went for it on fourth down, he's sitting up there. He had like he's scared. You see McVay wasn't scared tonight. He went for it on fourth down. It's so many factors. It's so many factors. Yeah. You gotta have good quarterback play. You gotta have good coaching.
Exactly. This is why I said, you know, this thing about trying to find one person to blame for a team's success or failure, this is the game of a team. There's no way you can actually spotlight that. But people do it. It makes them feel better.
Right.
But Trez, we're going to go. Hey, I'll be back tomorrow, Trez. I'm looking for more words of wisdom from Trez. All right, fam.
Yes, sir. TNT, we out.
All right, fam. Have a great night. And, hey, Tony.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Tony, it's as you probably can tell by now, I was a big Bengal fan. And I got my feelings hurt. You know, Tony, here's the funny thing about it, though. You know, as a 49er fan, you're already going through anguish. And then you set yourself up. I really wish I could have came into this impartial. But you know how emotions go when you're a football fan. And I couldn't do it. And so I had to sit there and go through the same pain that the people of Cincinnati are going through. I didn't need to go through that. We got to learn to separate ourselves from things that don't involve us. It was none of my business. You know? Other than not liking the Rams. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know, I'm not going to take the win away from the Rams and ready to go. Yeah, I'm talking right now, so I hope you can hear me loud and clear. Ready to go. We were trading.
I saw some Ronbo,
that third down call, that pass interference on linebacker Logan Wilson, that was bull crap, Ronbo. 144 left. That extended the drive. They let them run the clock more and gave them a fresh set of downs. That was a bad call.
You mean when you knocked that ball down? Out of what's his name's hand? Yeah. I thought that was unnecessary. I mean, it wasn't enough that you need to throw a flag on. Let him play. You know?
Well, Roger Goodell's upstairs. He made a phone call down to the earpiece. All right. Just like ball 51 with the Falcons, like
Four
Super Bowl
more
49.
downs. Tony, was that third down or fourth down? That was third down, right?
I think it was third down, second down or third. I think it was second down or third down.
Yeah. But at any rate, they had him right where they wanted him, and they would have had to kick a field goal, which would not have been enough.
But Ronbo, you know what? I think it was third down because they would have kicked the field goal. But Ronbo, you were saying it all during the chat. Remember all those possessions that the Bengals didn't score no points? You kept saying it.
Yep.
Y'all got to score.
You got to go 3. You guys need 3. Couldn't get it.
Yes. If they'd got 7, it was 20-16 for a long time. They had like 3 or 4 possessions. If they just got 7 points when it was 20-16, okay, now you're up 11. Well, yeah, up 11, and now the Rams are old.
Well, that's one thing the 49ers do well until this last couple of weeks of the season, but they do well. The 49ers will get downfield and get that field goal. See, but these guys couldn't do it today. You know, if 49ers have to beat you 9 to whatever, they'll beat you, right? But the Bengals, they're a young team. They'll be all right. You know, we couldn't expect them to actually beat the Rams today, but they gave them hell. Ooh, they gave them hell. That was close.
And Ronbo, just like you said, well, we got to have, you're talking about if it was you guys there, but you got to have, you wouldn't have been able to win with all your linemen.
Yeah.
The Cincinnati Bengals right tackle was out. The free agent they got, the right tackle, Riley, he was out for the season. So they had that guy there from Ohio State. He's not that good. He's a second-year guy.
Yeah, and poor Joe, man, he bit the dust for 7. You know, this is why people don't understand. They're quick to blame the quarterback for things that he has no control over. And that's why I said, you know, the hatred on this Jimmy G is really strange. What do you think any quarterback's going to do? Jimmy G's got one of the fastest releases in the league, and it still wasn't enough. The Rams were in that backfield just like that. There's nothing you can do. You know, you can get rid of the ball. You can get rid of the ball quick like he did, but it's not always going to be accurate. You need at least a couple of seconds, you know? So, you know, I'm looking forward to it.
I think Joe Burrow should have did. He should have dropped back a little bit more and released the ball quicker, but I'm not blaming him.
His coach should have told him that, though.
Yeah. Joe Mixon, you know what his stats was? He was 14 for 72. Remember I said 27 carries for 163? He should have got more carries because he was getting the rhythm.
Yeah, because if he gets 20 carries, you know, now play action and things like that, they have to I thought that I said, you know, you got Mixon running a couple of times when he kept giving to him. Some coaches, and this is why people talk about Kyle Shanahan. I've actually talked about Kyle Shanahan. But Kyle knows if you can grind that ball, the pass will be there. It'll be there. But don't force it. Yeah.
Exactly. Mixon was getting a rhythm. He was doing that cutback, someone there, and he hits the hole, which is I love about him. And then they stopped giving him the ball. I'm like, here we go again.
Yeah, because you got a golden boy quarterback, which is what I never want to see again. Kyle's not going to play that kind of football. Trey's going to be playing, but Trey's going to be part of the system. He's not going to be the system. You know what I mean? A lot of teams, the quarterback is the offense. You know, even Lamar Jackson, he is the offense. Brady, wherever he's been, both teams, he is the offense. Stafford, they wanted to run, but Stafford is the offense. You know, whatever he does is going to be whatever it is.
They did a great job at stopping the run. They did a great job at stopping the Rams from running. But Mixon, I hate to compare, but Devontae Freeman had 71 yards at halftime in our Super Bowl. 71 yards at halftime. You know how many yards he had at the end? 83.
Yeah. Devontae didn't he lead the league that year in running?
No, he didn't lead that year. We were 5th in team rushing. He made the Pro Bowl. He had 1,100 something yards, and he had over 500 something yards receiving. And Tevin Coleman had 562 yards rushing and over 500 yards receiving.
Kyle Shanahan offense. Yes, indeed.
Yep.
And and made it possible for play action to work all day. And back then, that time, you guys had the receivers you had, which made that system, Kyle's system, it was perfection because you've got Julio, you've got Sanu, you got Taylor Gabriel, you've got the perfect mix of extreme speed. You got two guys that could get downfield in a heartbeat. You got Sanu as a possession receiver. It was the table. You got Devontae, one of the excellent runners. Tevin Cole. It was beautifully set up. That's why I says,
both our running back there, 500 yards in receiving yards. That's 1,000 yards for your back. And we had Austin Hooper, who had 700 receiving yards at tight end.
Tight end. So now you can, and as I say, now you got that deep field, you got that downfield threat. You got two guys. Taylor Gabriel can get downfield. I'll never forget how he broke what's his name's ankles in that Super Bowl. Butler?
Yeah.
From Yep. I said, oh my God! Butler went down in a heap. Bam! I said, ooh, damn! And that was the perfect mix. How you lost that Super Bowl? It was the defense again. Like I'm saying, we lost the Super Bowl. And everybody's going to blame Jimmy, but I'll be damned if that's true. Because if Richard Sherman doesn't let Sammy Watkins do his thing, if indeed, as what's his name's coming, Tyreek Hill's coming down the hill, and Jimmy Ward even said it. Yeah, they ran that play twice. Jimmy, then why in the hell did you tell Robert Saleh? Robert Saleh's watching the game. Why don't you guys adjust? There's no way in hell you run that play twice. So now that lead we had turns to nothing within minutes. I seen the little meter on the television screen said 49ers chance of winning. They put it 100%. And then it diminished within the last 3 minutes. I said, you know what?
Oh, they did that to us too. Remember us? It was like
they came back on you guys. Brady threw whatever he wanted to do in that last few minutes.
Stuff. But Ronbo, real quickly, let's talk about the salary cap. You and Ellis are absolutely right. You and I talked about this on your last show. Dallas, Tampa, the Aints, and the Rams. If they sign those guys, there ought to be an investigation on all four of those
Really
things.
should. I don't understand how in the world they're able to sign all these people, and it's already it's documented that they're over the cap, and they've got the amount of money they're over the cap. So if you're going to bring somebody in here and give them a new contract, if I'm the lawyer involved, I can't wait for them to open up that morning as I'm standing outside. Hi, you're Jerry Jones, right? Yeah.
We need to see your book.
Ronbo, I got some things I need to talk to you about, and I hope you got time. It might not be pleasant, I'd love it.
Yeah.
Yo!
They were saying today that Dallas wants to bring Ezekiel Elliott back. Well, my question is he going to take a pay cut? Because he's probably not. And then they were talking about, they did say they might release Amari Cooper. I'm like, what about DeMarcus Lawrence? What about Tyron Smith? What about Zach Martin? All of them guys are over $20 million. All of them.
I know. That's what I said earlier. I did the math. That's not possible. And I don't even know what that linebacker's getting paid. Tony, we're having too much fun here, man. We got to go. Let me see. I'll be back tomorrow, though.
Since the season's over, we're going to talk more about the salary cap, and we're going to start digging.
And keep an eye on them teams that we're talking about.
Yes, sir.
All right, Tony.
Have a good
great
night.
You too.
Take
See
care.
You tomorrow. Oh, God. Hey, you know what? Wait. Hey. Chad, that already happened. The 49ers did get hit by, I don't know if it wasn't ransomware, but some people did hack into their financial records. So you're going to hear that ransomware. And then, of course, Chad's going to say, listen, as you know, we're dealing with a situation right now where we've lost a substantial amount of funding. So we're going to have to, can you imagine that conversation? Oh, my God. Hey, but having access to information, what do you do? How do I make the 49ers pay? I think the league's already been hit by this more than once, though, haven't they? I don't know. Anyway, I'm really hungry. Boy, fam, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'll be back tomorrow, and let's talk some more Blenders football. Thanks for the contribution, guys. Really appreciate it, and have a great night. Don't worry, we've already hit rock bottom. There's no place to go but up.